Alright, motherfucker, listen up. This is for the fucking homies steady giving no fucks. If you wanna join the party, put your middle fingers up. And when the music fucking hits, you better jump.
Right now. I know niggas out lurking right now. I know niggas pockets hurting right now. I know niggas that got birds and brick houses. Still a catch on sixes and wipe your ass down. I know niggas out lurking right now. I know niggas pockets hurting right now. I know niggas that got birds and brick houses. Still a catch on sixes and wipe your ass down. Hoes bring hoes out. And 25 to L bring a snitch out of a nigga. A chopper with a drum, bring a bitch out of a nigga. You ain't never heard about me, better ask about a pistol. I was raised in the jungle, got it straight out the mud. Where I'm from, it ain't no Crips and Bloods, it's just clicks and thugs. Keep a Glock clip full with slugs, and if I ever hold a nigga, better get it in blood. Ain't with that whole shit, and I ain't with that wrestling tongues. I'm cut throw bitch and kill some and go on and run. I know my time ain't gonna be long for all the shit that I done, but till then I'm getting it on, ready to accept what comes.
Hello, welcome back. How is everybody doing? 6 of y'all in here already? I love y'all. I do. Hey, we're gonna talk about some real trending topics today, y'all. We're going to talk about some real trending topics. I wanted this to be talked about more and more because I didn't want to just jump on it. Because for one, I'm not a gang member. For two, I'm not from California. For three, I don't understand street politics. I think gangs are a detriment to our society and our youth. I do. You want to join a gang? Join a motorcycle club that is strictly brotherhood. That's it. No breaking the law. They go to work. There are these things. Go and join a brotherhood, not something that thrives off violence or the disgrace of another man or any of that. Just something that just brings together fellowship. Now, you don't have to get fellowship from a church. You can get it from your friends. That's the fact. I think our kids are being led astray, yo. I think the kids are being led astray. But we're going to go over that today. Man. The feds are watching. How many times has AD said this? I'm not going to be on my Jack Frost shit, though. I'm not going to be like Frostrodamus and be like, oh, go back to the videos. I told you. But I did. But this ain't because I knew something. It ain't because I know more than you. It ain't because I can see the future. It's because it's common fucking sense. You probably knew it. You probably knew it. He probably knew it. She probably knew it. Just like I knew it. The feds are watching, bro. The police are on these internet streets just like they're on the big streets, the main streets. Only it takes less people to do this. It only takes one person to surf the internet and be a cop on the internet for thousands of channels, probably. But like, it takes a 1,000 cops to be on fucking 10,000 streets. That's just what it is, bro. The feds are watching these podcasts. And if you have a gang-orientated podcast, guess what they're doing? They're watching. Especially if you're getting up there going, rah, 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 rah. I did this, I did that. And then guess what? There is actually a crime for it that they can tie you to. Have we lost our motherfucking minds? To think that this is so fake. The internet's fake, y'all. But it's only so fake as you make it. You can't think that you can get up here and tell the world that you committed this crime and you committed this crime and you committed this crime. And just because it's on a podcast, it's not going to get, you're not going to go to jail for it, right? You're not going to go to jail for it. Well, let's bring up some things, man. I'm going to tell you something. Oh, wrong thing. I'm going to say a few things during this podcast or during this show, and it's probably going to, it's self-snitching for clout. Absolutely. It's probably going to like not go with some people, and it probably will. But these are just my views. These are just my views, bro. All right, here we go. No jumper, baby. No good old no jumper. What's up, AP? All right, hold on. We're going to go over this paperwork, okay? This is Zaire Mitchell's paperwork. This is public information. I'm just going to pull it up because Seti Nash is going to read it to us. I have Pacer. I can go on there and get every piece of this information. It's real easy. It's just public information. All right. This is going to show you the feds are watching. So break all the fucking laws you want up here. Okay? Break all the laws you want up here. But you better not do them out there and then come on here and tell everybody. Right? You can come up here and dox anybody, talk shit about anybody, do whatever you want. But you better not do it out there to somebody. Check this shit out, bro. So briccbaby sitting in the fucking Fed prison, right? Calling people, calling into no jumper. Yeah, man. Yeah, oh, blah, blah, blah. And this whole time, he thinks it's over a big U thing. Well, here comes a super exceeding indictment. Here's the paperwork, y'all.
All right.
This is unreal.
I wanted this, so here I go.
This is unreal. I was watching Goalie TV earlier, and he said it, dude. There's never been a podcaster or anyone that has come on the internet and has been doing as much criminal activity as this guy has. Nobody, bro. I can't think of one. Briccbaby has been out here running a fucking muck, bro. Listen to this shit.
Go Zaire Mitchell, known as Briccbaby. We just gonna get it all the way down. We don't care about too much. It's an introduction, statement of facts. Defendant is intercepted discussing criminal activity, including pointing a firearm at his partner in China.
So in case anyone doesn't know about paperwork, the numbers on the side are reference numbers. A2, B3. So what they're saying is the statement of facts is they're going to show you the statement of facts and they're going to give you statements of it, but they're telling you what it is. Defendant is intercepted discussing, that means he was wiretapped, discussing criminal activity, including pointing a firearm at his woman and child. They'll discuss that in A2. And that will be discussed in the paperwork. That's all I'm saying. I'm trying to for the people that don't know. A lot of people do though. So I'm not talking to you. And then in B3, firearms and ammunition are recovered from the defendant's home. So when they went to pick him up on the RICO for Big U, this idiot had a fucking chopper again, bro. Well, that ain't in the paperwork yet. Nothing about Little Pop is in there. Even Big U ain't even on that. So I'm just saying,
firearms and ammunition are recovered from defendant's home. Defendant is recorded on intercepted calls, making other admissions.
See what I mean? They got him wiretapped. Defendant is recorded on intercepted calls making other admission. Defendant continues to threaten violence and carry firearms. Like Gully TV. See, I never come up here and I steal talking points. I don't steal talking points. But like Gully TV said, period, point blank, the biggest charge after becoming a felon that we worry about is carrying a firearm. Straight up. Me as a felon, packing scares me the most. You don't want that case. That's a 15 off the top. You catching 15 years, bro. Off the top. So, like, for this guy to be a multiple time felon and still packing choppers, choppers are illegal in California.
Defendant continues to threaten violence and carry firearms. Defendant is charged with repeatedly possessing a firearm and ammunition despite numerous felony convictions. The morning of defendant's instant arrest, he had an unsecured firearm and ammunition in reach of his young child. Defendant's criminal history is full of violence and supervision violations. 2006, narcotics and obstruction of law enforcement. 2010, reckless evading involving assault with a deadly weapon. 2012 to 2014, narcotics convictions, 2016, criminal threats conviction, 2020, robbery conviction, misdemeanors, arrest, and other conduct. Defendant's fraud crimes, defendant was detained based on risk of flight and danger. Argument, legal standards for pretrial detention. So they're basically saying, we going to make sure that he don't get bail. And I'm going to tell y'all this, it don't look like he's going to be getting bail on this one. So I'm not saying that he's not, but I'm just saying from how they're writing this right now, it don't look good. Defendant should remain detained. See, right there. Nature and circumstances of the offenses.
You cannot have an AK-47 in California.
Weight of the evidence, history and characteristics of defendant, nature. And that's why I always tell
Anything
you,
over
bro,
10
always
rounds.
say that. Man, it's some characteristics, bro. Yeah, man. Nature and seriousness of the danger posed by defendant's release. Defendant's proposed property bond is insufficient. Conclusion.
So the thing is, his mom put up her house. She got like a $1.5 million home, bro. And they saying, nah, that's not enough. He's a flight risk. They don't even trust him to go from point A to point B on an ankle monitor, bro. This is how much briccbaby's been running amok out here. Like, he been for real the boogeyman, bro. Briccbaby has been for real the boogeyman.
Alrighty, so
he's a snitch.
We're not finna do
he's a rat, bro.
We're just gonna get straight into it. Defendant Zaire Mitchell, defendant, asked this court to be released pending trial, arguing that a secure property bond is sufficient to reasonably assure his appearance and the safety of any other person or the community. To the contrary, defendant's criminal history shows a dedication to crime and recidivism, no matter what the consequences. Moreover, his conduct during the investigation in this case shows the same dedication to a life of crime and an ability to comply with the rule of law. The indictment first alleges that defendant in shooting at individuals possessed ammunition expelled from a firearm on January 12, 2022. So they said he shot at somebody in 2022. Then on June 21st, 2023, defendant was captured on an intercepted call arguing with a significant other. And
you hear that shit? The very next day, bro.
She repeatedly recounted that defendant had pointed a gun at her while she was holding his infant child.
Okay, so you're pretty... Look, if this is all true, Briccbaby's a piece of shit, bro. Briccbaby's a piece of shit. How you gonna hold a gun to your fucking woman's head and she's holding your child, bro? She's holding your fucking kid, dude. But you gonna blow her head off right in front of the child? Come the fuck on, dude. And don't you find it funny? Briccbaby was in Atlanta with Woody and them taking pictures. Briccbaby is a Woody. He's been doing exactly what Woody says. Watch when you see this paperwork right here, bro. I'll show you. Wait, I'll point it out when I hear it. This shit gets deep, dude.
Execution of a search warrant at defendant's home followed in 3 firearms, including an AK-47 style.
Yeah, 3 firearms, including an AK-47 style
gun, and over 125 rounds of ammunition were found. After law enforcement seized those weapons and arrested defendant, he continued undeterred. In March 2024, defendant erupted at his place of employment, threatening individuals in the room and online with death, fighting security, and later admitting to possessing.
That right there was the No Jumper podcast. Remember when briccbaby jumped up threatening everybody? I'll put kill squads in the streets. I'll put kill squads in the streets. I ain't on 6-0. Every time you do that on 6-0, on neighborhood, chunking up your fucking set and shit, you know what that does? Lets them all know you're in the gang.
A firearm during that incident. Throughout 2024, defendant made claims online of murdering people and threatening to do the same to others. Then, on March 18, 2025, the day before his arrest in this case, defendant went on a live video podcast with someone who he had previously threatened to kill. During the podcast, sitting across from that person, defendant brandished a firearm in his waistband.
Y'all remember that podcast, huh? Y'all remember that podcast where he's sitting across from Lucecannon and he goes, shows the fucking blick in his fucking pants? Huh? You think these motherfuckers ain't watching this shit, bro?
Defendant was arrested the following day, an unsecured firearm with multiple magazines of live ammunition matching that.
And Adam 22, you're a fucking liar. You're a fucking liar. Go. You're a fucking liar, bro. They didn't come up there for the fucking Big U paperwork. They come up there to get that shit. They come up there to get that footage. That's what they did. He's a fucking liar. Adam 22 is a fucking snake, yo. Adam 22 is a fucking snake, yo. And the funny and the fucked up thing about it is I don't think Adam cares if any of them fry. Straight up. I don't think Adam cares if any of them fry. They said he stopped taking briccbaby's calls and shit already.
In defendant's waistband on the podcast were found where defendant was staying with his young child. All of the above conduct occurred after years of violent crimes, firearm possession, evading charges, and
he wasn't even putting the weapons up around his kids, yo. Like, you're leaving live ammunition, weapons around, you got kids running around.
Troubling conduct disseminated throughout the internet. Defendant's lengthy periods of incarceration and supervision have not deterred him from continuing to commit dangerous crimes. There is no reason to believe this arrest will be any different, and the safety of the public demands that defendant remain detained. Bruh.
All right, here you go. Here's the statements of facts. This is where they're gonna start telling you exactly what he's done and exactly why he should not get bond. This is the supersede. They can even drop another indictment. Big briccbaby's in more trouble than all of them except for Big U. Exactly, Lucky. At least not let them have it where they can reach it, you know? They said that it was just laying there, like up against the wall.
Gotta be kidding me. Statement of facts. Defendant is intercepted discussing criminal activity, including pointing a firearm at his partner.
See, intercepted. That means they were fucking tapping his line, bro.
And child. In the first several months of 2023, defendant was intercepted on multiple court-authorized Title III wiretaps.
Multiple. Did you hear that? Multiple. That means his line was tapped. Her line was tapped. Who else's line was tapped? I don't know. But they intercepted the call on multiple calls.
Both on his phone and his associate's phone. On multiple calls, defendant discussed criminal activity. Throughout March 2023, defendant discussed how the mother of one of his children accused him of pointing a gun at her, and defendant claimed it was a lie. But on June 20th, 2023, a second person accused defendant of the same conduct.
Oh, man. You did it to 2 of your baby mamas? Why would you point a gun at a woman, bro? Especially holding the baby.
That day, defendant's significant other, KC, stated, "You pulled a gun out on me with your daughter. You pulled a gun out on me in front of your fucking daughter. You pointed a gun at me with your bitch ass." Defendant responded, "I don't give a fuck, nigga. I don't give a fuck, bitch. Ever since I've been with you." The following day, defendant argued with Casey again about her picking up her daughter, ordering her to take the fucking baby outside. "You stupid bitch. You sit in the house all day. You dumb asshole." KC told defendant she could not walk or drive because defendant fucked up her leg and that he was the one who hit on people. Defendant responded, "Man, I was 6 out. Shut the fuck up, bitch. I just told you, nigga. You keep playing with a nigga. You just want to see a nigga." Defendant told Casey, y'all know how to do my briccbaby voice. I can't do it like point and shoot, though. To leave and said that they were done. On the same day, Casey again stated, "It was so fucked up that you can't even apologize for the shit that you do. You never apologize for treating me bad, pulling a gun out on me like this shit is cool for you. But you want me to go do shit for you? You talking about you don't want me? Shit you got going on, but you gonna pull a gun out on me and my child though, right?" Defendant responded, "I was 6 out, yeah. You don't get, I don't give a fuck, bitch. I don't give a fuck. I don't. I was 6 out crip, nigga."
Wow, bro. That's heartless, dude. So it's safe to say briccbaby was living 2 different lives. 2 different lives. What's up, Jay? 2 different lives, man.
Firearms and ammunition are recovered from defendant's home.
So following the above mentioned calls, the law enforcement obtained search warrants for his home's car and his person. Inside, they found 3 firearms, ammunition listed in the count 2 of the indictment: a 30 caliber pistol, a 9mm caliber pistol, a 5.56 assault rifle style firearm, and over 125 rounds, bro. He was ready to go to war, son. Defendant tried to drop some of the firearms and ammunition from his balcony into the courtyard.
Following the above-mentioned calls, law enforcement obtained search warrants for defendant's home, car, and person. Inside his home, law enforcement found 3 firearms and ammunition listed in count 2 of the indictment: a .380 caliber pistol, a 9mm caliber pistol, and a 5.56 by 45 caliber assault rifle style firearm, and over 125 rounds of ammunition. The defendant tried to drop some of the firearms and ammunition from his balcony into the courtyard of his apartment complex, just as he previously stated that he.
So he told somebody else on a wiretap that if the feds show up at my house, I'm dropping this shit in the fucking courtyard. You gotta be fucking, and then you do it. Man, some people, like, I know you don't know when you're fucking. Here's the thing. briccbaby had to have, he's working. He's working. Here's the thing, though. When you're working with the feds, let's say they bust you, like they're saying right now. He got busted in a New Jersey case with Sue Surf or whatever. Who knows? Let's say he rolls on them, right? That doesn't mean briccbaby can go to California and run amok, get in trouble, and they're going to fix that too. No. That means stay out of trouble and keep working on this case for us. You stupid ass. You was in California running amok.
He would on another intercepted call. God damn, Bricc.
You got caught telling them you were on an intercepted phone call, telling the people on the call, hey, when the feds show up, what's up, T? When the feds show up, because I know they're going to show up, I'm going to dump this shit in the courtyard down below me. Because, you know, then they wouldn't be in possession. He could fight that in court. It was in the courtyard. But now they got you on an intercepted call saying you're going to do it. And now that happening. You are so fucking fucked.
Defendant is recorded on intercepted calls making other admissions. Throughout the remaining period of wiretaps, defendant made countless assertions or threats pertaining to violent conduct and weapon possession. For example, on February 20th, 2023, defendant stated that he did not respect the elders in the gang and would pop anyone on 6 out. On March 6, 2023, defendant was on the phone with his mother, the proposed surety here, and found the mother of his child outside his house. He told his mother that the mother of his child was in gangland and wanted to expire early. Defendant asked the mother of his child if she wanted to die in front of her son. I was 6 out as defendant's mother screamed at him to stop because he may be being recorded.
Bam. Bam, bro. Bam. How does Bricc not know he's being recorded, but his mama might think he's being recorded? I think he knew he was being recorded. I think he was a confidential informant. His phone was tapped and he knew it. But sometimes life gets so overwhelming, you start saying shit, you know? I mean, I don't do criminal activity, so my phone wouldn't be tapped. But like,
mama knows best, man. On March 6, 2023, defendant told KC that the police were acting stupid, that he was tired of doing what they told him to do.
okay, that's it right there. What does that mean? What does that right there mean? Come on, chat. On March 6, 2023, briccbaby told his girlfriend that the police were acting stupid and that he was tired of doing what they told him to do and that he was ready to shoot the mother of his child. What does that mean? The police were acting stupid and that he was tired of doing what they told him to do. I'm tired of doing what they're telling me to do. I'm tired of it. Doesn't take a rocket science to figure that out, man. Later that day, the defendant told another identified male that he can kill the mother of his child.
And that he was ready to shoot the mother of his child. Later that day, defendant told another unindicted male that he can kill the mother of his child out 6 out. On March 28, 2023,
Hi,
defendant said that he would body slam the mother of his child on her neck to stop playing with him. In the same call, defendant discussed how it felt to kill someone and had to go to school and play basketball the next day.
Wow, bro. Wow. He's an informant? I agree too, man. Remember, he's got another whole indictment with the Sue Surf case. Like, what's he got going on in that? briccbaby's in more trouble than fucking everybody but Big U. If you take away the murder from Big U, like fucking, like Gully said, he might be the worst one out of all of them. This guy's younger than me. What's up, Lala? He's on the No Jumper podcast. This is a podcaster. Watch, they got him on podcasts saying all kinds of shit. The feds are watching these podcasts. The feds are watching the internet. I don't give a fuck what you may think or not think. The feds and the cops are watching this. And if you give them any kind of help of solving a real case in the streets on a podcast, they're going to use it.
Come on, bruh. Defendant continues to threaten violence and carry firearms. In addition to the interception.
Here it is, right here. Here it is, right here.
Online, defendant continue to threaten violence, carry firearms, and discuss both. For example, In March 2024, defendant crashed out at his place of employment, threatening to shoot people and eventually fight a security guard. Defendant later admitted in separate interviews that he had a firearm on him during the altercation and that he brought his daughter with him to the studio.
Had a firearm, not only did you have a firearm with you, you're a convicted felon. You get on the fucking podcast and you start screaming you're going to put kill squads in the streets. You're going to start having people murdered. You got money now. Did you forget I got money now? I can put money on your heads. And oh, by the way, I brought my daughter with me. You stupid. Yeah, it's time to go grow up, bro. What's up, D?
And y'all remember that damn thing right there. In June 2024, defendant argued over the phone, with an individual and claimed he had killed more people than the other had fought.
Whoa. This is not the briccbaby you see on podcasts. It's not. It has to be the drugs, bro. Yeah, we're going to be switching into different trending topics and shit, D. I promise. I promise, bro. All that bullshit. I ain't arguing with people on YouTube, bro. Half that shit's fake and fucking weird. I ain't got my name on none of that. I want my kids watch my YouTube, bitch. My kids do watch my YouTube, ho.
Defendant stated that he swore to be true on his 4 babies, which he repeated many
on his 4 babies, he killed more people than the other dude fired.
Many times. In later attempting to downplay this claim, defendant stated that even if he had one murder, that would be more than the other person had fights. On March 18, 2025, the same individual who defendant previously threatened and claimed to have more skulls than he had squabbles joined the same podcast. During the filming, defendant showed that he had a handgun in his...
Look at that, bro. Look at that, bro. You think it's the drugs? Briccbaby always on drugs. Look at that. You showing you're a known felon. You're a known felon. And you think it's wise to show loose cannon you have a gun while the cameras are rolling. And why didn't Adam 22 take that out of the interview? That's the big question. Because I would have said, Bricc, this is not good for you to have in your interview. Let's just clip that part. Let's just clip that part. Adam has a role in this too, man. I almost wonder if some of these podcasters aren't just feds themselves. Just like James said. You got to remember, Adam 22's father was pardoned by Bill Clinton. So you got some kind of pull in that family. Pardoned.
His waistband. Bruh, come on. Look at this shit. You can't make this up. And I knew these niggas was watching.
The feds are watching. Ain't no new they were watching. They are watching. They've been watching the internet since the internet started. This is probably why they created it. It's probably why they allow it to go on. Because they just solved cases right here. He's a Freemason.
I just said this in my other video. Nigga, you can't be serious.
Look at that.
Is charged with
a whole blick with an extendo on it. You gotta be fucking dumb, bro.
He didn't possess a firearm and ammunition despite numerous felony convictions. Defendant is
despite numerous felony convictions, bro. You get on a podcast.
Now charged with multiple counts of possessing firearms and ammunition, all in violation of 18 U.S.C. 922G. The first charge stems from defendant shooting 3 bullets in a business parking lot in July 2022 to ward off would-be robbers. The second charge involves all the firearms and ammunition found at his home in June 2023. Both
That's
of these
the whack. The 2023, that was the whack one. That's where Whack kept saying, well, why ain't he in jail yet? Why ain't he in jail yet? Why isn't he in jail yet? I think right then is when the wiretaps started. Because they didn't put him in jail. They released him. Adam bonded him out. And it was quick, too. It was like the next day, bro. I believe it. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up, y'all? What's up, dog? Listen to this shit, man. Listen to this shit. So, the first charge stems from him shooting at people that were trying to rob him. I get that. I get that. That's where I think the felony conviction thing, not being able to carry a firearm, that should only be for violent criminals. Because he was trying to shoot off would-be robbers. The second charge involved when he got caught with that fucking assault rifle. Both of these charges followed 5 felony convictions from 2010, 2012, 2014, 2016, and 2020. He's got 5 felonies, bro. 5 felonies.
charges follow 5 felony convictions from 2010, 2012, 2000.
I'm sorry, baby. I'm sorry. I might be online for a little while today.
14,
I'm gonna get off tonight
2016,
because we got
and 2020, respectively. While the pretrial services report includes a longer criminal history with out-of-state convictions, the morning of defendant's instant arrest, he had an unsecured firearm and ammunition in reach of his young.
The morning that they come to get him on March 19th, 2025, on this indictment, he had a firearm in reach of his fucking daughter, bro. And his woman. 16 rounds of ammunition and 9mm ammunition as well.
Child. On March 19, 2025, law enforcement arrested defendant on the felon in possession charges in the indictment at his residence in Gardena, California, with his significant other and young child. Agents found a Glock 26 firearm and a.
So this is where I believe he has to be working for the feds, because briccbaby probably got it in his head that they're going to get him off if he gets caught, and that's not the way it works. It's not. You packing a lot of weapons, man. I'll tell you this, you got a good weapons hookup. I'll give you that. I'll give you that. You got a gun, you got a good gun hookup, whoever that guy is. Because goddamn, Bricc, you've been running around here toting big guns, son.
17-round Glock magazine with 16 rounds of 9mm ammunition, as well as another magazine and 16 rounds of 9mm ammunition. Defendant kept all of that unsecured, despite residing with his significant other and child he had already threatened with a firearm before. Despite being arrested with all the firearms and ammunition at his residence in June 2023, despite his many felony convictions prohibiting him from possessing firearms or ammunition, and despite California Penal Code 32310 prohibiting possession of large capacity magazines, i.e. those holding more than 10 rounds,
See, California has like this special code of having more than 10 rounds. It's pretty stupid, you know. Don't get me wrong. It's pretty stupid. Good morning, Erica.
History is full of violence and supervision violations. As shown in the pretrial services report and the indictment itself, defendant's multiple firearm and ammunition possession charges in this case are far from defendant's first crimes. 2006 narcotics and obstruction.
So almost 20 years ago, defendant earned his first felony from a narcotics distribution conviction, while he was also charged with willful obstruction of law enforcement officers by use of threats or violence. He was sentenced to 10 years probation and given second chance with community service.
obstruction of law enforcement almost
That was
20
his
years
first
ago.
felony.
Defendant earned his first felony from a narcotics distribution conviction, while he was also charged with willful obstruction of law enforcement officers by use of threats or violence. He was sentenced to 10 years probation and given a second chance with community service and schooling conditions. 2000.
That's where he went to college. Y'all remember Bricc went to college in Atlanta. In 2010, the defendant's criminal history charges escalated with a charge for assault with a deadly weapon. That's only 4 years later, with great bodily injury, likely in a conviction for evading a peace officer with disregarding for safety. Defendant was sentenced to 365 days in jail and 3 years probation. So his second felony was an assault with a deadly weapon. Why did he only get 3 years probation and 365 in jail? That means he probably got time served.
10. So understand that. So that's 4 years afterwards, right? 2010, reckless evading involving assault with a deadly weapon. In 2010, defendant's criminal charges escalated with a charge for assault a peace officer, 3 years. According, probation, a violation of which resulted in 2 years confinement. So he did 2 years.
Listen to this. According to the certified conviction records and police reports for the original criminal crime, police saw a sex worker, oh my God, a prostitute, enter his car, and then defendant then sped off upon seeing police. Defendant led police on a high-speed chase through stop signs and red lights.
All right. According to certified police reports, defendant's car. Police
At
on a
some
high
point,
speed
defendant
pushed the
pushed
female out of
the moving vehicle. The victim landed on her face, and then briccbaby ran over her thigh with his car. Oh, boy. The victim later stated she wanted to be let out multiple times, but the defendant refused until he later threw her out. The victim stated that briccbaby said he had something he needed to get rid of during the chase and threw a handgun out the window. Boy,
moving vehicle. Bricc is a wild goddamn Bricc. You pushed up.
Yeah, Roxanne. Did you get in briccbaby's car? Did you get in briccbaby's car? Oh, I'm sure. Oh, I know. You're talking about the dudes that fucking stood outside and fucking blazed down with the cops and shit with assault rifles and shit. I remember that. That was fire. I mean, it's not fire to hurt people, but that was a bank heist from hell there.
The hell out. At some point, defendant pushed the female out of the moving vehicle. The victim landed on her face, and defendant ran over her thigh with his car. The victim later stated that she asked to be let out multiple times, but defendant refused until he later threw her out. Bricc is a monster. God damn.
Yeah, dude, this guy is a monster. This guy's a monster, bro. This is not the briccbaby you see on these podcasts. I mean, I heard Adam here and there, say, oh, shit, the shit I hear about Bricc, man, woo. But damn.
The victim also stated that the defendant said he has something he needed to get rid of during the chase and threw a handgun out the window. Yeah, of course you're going to snitch on you. Nigga, you pushed the hoe out the moving vehicle and ran her thigh over.
Of course.
2012 to 2014. Sorry. Narcotics convictions. Upon his release in 2012, defendant was arrested for transportation of controlled substances and ultimately sentenced to 365 days in jail and 3 years probation.
How in the fuck do you get out after doing that and then catch another case for fucking contributing this distribution of narcotics and get another year and 3 years probation? You got to be working, bro. You got to be working. You're working through every one of these.
That probation was later revoked after defendant admitted to violating it. 5 months after that arrest, but before that sentence, he was arrested for the same crime in Nevada and ultimately...
So he crossed lines and caught another dope case. This dude's everywhere committing crimes. Everywhere. He's like fucking, what do they call that? Not John Gotti. Who is it? Like Bonnie and Clyde running around committing crimes everywhere.
Sentenced to 4 years probation. In 2013, he was arrested for, and by 2014, convicted.
He got 4 years probation for the shit in Nevada.
The possession of a controlled substance. Defendant later received misdemeanor relief for that conviction.
Misdemeanor.
He thereafter violated his probation. 2016 criminal threats conviction. On August 2nd, 2016, defendant was convicted of criminal threats and sentenced to 2 years in state prison, although he was given yet another opportunity with a suspension, of the execution of the sentence and 3 years formal probation. He violated that probation multiple times, even receiving a no bail bench warrant for his failure to appear for a violation hearing. 2020 robbery conviction. On October 7, 2020, defendant was convicted of robbery and sentenced to 6 years imprisonment. This arrest also featured a high-speed chase and barricade incident that defendant glamorized in his music. Come on, bro. Briccbaby, Life Behind the Gates official video, one takedown. So this is them showing you.
Briccbaby used the arrest in the music video, bro. He was touting at the police. Ha 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 ha. What the fuck?
Misdemeanors, arrest, and other conduct. As a juvenile, defendant was charged with carrying a concealed weapon, robbery, and minor in a possession of a weapon. He has further arrests for narcotic sales, many failures to appear in multiple states, obstruction, multiple felon in possession charges, false statements, flight, assault with a deadly weapon, multiple fugitive from justice warrants, inflicting corporal injury on spouse, criminal threats, and multiple robberies. Defendant also has misdemeanor convictions and an infraction involving arrest for taking a vehicle without consent, driving on a suspended license, and domestic violence.
Look at this shit. It gets even deeper. He gets into fraud.
Defendant's crimes do not pertain only to violence and weapon possession. Defendant is currently under investigation for fraudulently applying for FEMA benefits by claiming to be a renter of a property in Pasadena, California, destroyed in the Eaton fire in January.
So the 2020 fires, he tried to capitalize off that, bro, with stolen fucking IDs and shit.
Moreover, in his digital devices seized during his previous arrest, defendant was in possession of multiple social security numbers, addresses, and other personal identifying information that he had bought on WhatsApp. Defendant even had a photograph of a driver's license with his photograph, but a different name, address, and state. Defendant was detained based on...
He had a photograph of himself on a driver's license that wasn't his. I mean, that's the way to do it.
Flight and danger. On
you
March
caught
19,
with it, you're in trouble.
2025, this court ordered defendant detained
all kinds of crime
based on risks of non-appearance and danger to the community. This court found detention to be appropriate based on defendant's history and characteristics, including his criminal record of fugitive arrest and violating parole and probation conditions, as well as insufficient bail resources and defendant's safety risk due to the...
So they're saying that that $1.5 million home that your mother's trying to put up, it's not worth it. They don't trust Briccbaby on home detention to go from point A to point B without committing a crime. That's fucking sad, dude. This dude's like Little Woody, bro. He is exactly like Little Woody was. Giving the police all the information they need, probably. Allegedly, I'm just going to say that. I don't know for sure if Brick's telling, but he did say, I'm tired of doing what the police tell me to do. Huh? But like, he's out here running amok. Just because you help the police on one charge, what's up, CD? Just because you might get caught, and then you're like, help the police on one charge, right? Help the police on one charge. Doesn't mean you can go commit thousands of other charges and they're going to help you there too. That's not how it works. They'll just bust your ass on those charges and still make you help with that one. I think Briccbaby going to end up being a whole catalyst in this.
The nature and seriousness of the instant charges in his criminal history, which includes numerous convictions, some of which were violent. Argument. Legal standards for pretrial detention. A defendant must be detained pending trial where no condition or combination of conditions will reasonably assure the appearance of the person as required and the safety of any other person in the community. 18 U.S.C. 3142E1. Detention is thus appropriate for a defendant who is either a danger to the community or a flight risk. United States versus, we ain't tripping on that. The Bail Reform Act mandates individual evaluation.
All of the
States versus Windsor. For the
all
type,
of, like,
number of penalties possible,
all of the cases that they're using to say
weight of and as found in his home. See United States versus and countless
that goes
ammunition more than once, and there is no reasonable way to assure that a defensive activity persuaded continue to subscribe, turn on that bell, stay notified.
So there's the paperwork, y'all. There'll be the paperwork. Hold on. Now I'm gonna take you through what Poetic Flacco has to say, because he puts it out with a little bit more of a different spin to it with video. God damn it.
Well, we pretty much expected that. That is against briccbaby getting bond, and they've released their official response to briccbaby's bond package. Now, in this document that they released, it is explosive. The state apparently makes it clear, bro, that they're not done investigating briccbaby. The only reason briccbaby is currently in custody is because they feel like briccbaby is a flight risk. So they want him in jail as they investigate
kind of is,
more crimes. Before we get into this, I just want to say that these are accusations. briccbaby is innocent until proven guilty. So what I'm about to cover in this document shouldn't be.
I don't know how innocent you think you are when you're caught on wiretap. Usually in the feds, you're not innocent at all. They got like a 99% conviction rate because they come with so much in their indictment that it's like, I'm busted. I'm caught, bro. They've been following me and stalking me and recording me and listening to me for so long, dude. They got me, bro. Shout out to you, bro. Shout out to you, Primo. I hope you're okay, bro. You're here, so I guess you're okay.
Indictment on briccbaby's character until briccbaby go through the court process. But these accusations are horrible. The feds will start off by saying they don't believe that briccbaby deserves bond because briccbaby is committed to a life of crime. And they will say, even during this entire investigation over the last 2 years, briccbaby has shown an inability to live a life without crime, even after his initial arrest. So get this, the initial incident that caused the feds to raid briccbaby's house in 2023, where they located an AK-47 and ammunition, apparently the initial incident that put briccbaby on their radar was when they got briccbaby on camera in July of 2022, letting off 3 shots in a public business parking lot. But get this, he's letting off 3 shots to ward off people who was trying to rob him.
That don't matter when you're a convicted felon. Yeah, we read his paperwork. He read it. We read it just a little bit ago, Trill. We're going through all of it, brother. Everybody just seen it. You can ward off the cops you can ward off robbers all you want, but you can't do it on camera because you're a felon. So now the cops, check this out. The cops see you in a thing, right, where you're going to make a deal or whatever, but they're there to rob you. So you buck at them. Fuck you. Bow, 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 bow. And you get away. You warded them off. You didn't get robbed. The cops see that and they say, hold on, who's that? And who's that? Why is they meeting up? Why is their deal going down? So then they start investigating Bricc and notice, hey, he's a felon. Why has he got guns like that? So then they tap his phone and it all starts from there, dude. Stay away from criminal activity, folks. That's even buying drugs. You walk into the wrong drug house. Guess what? Your ass going to end up getting tapped. Stay away from drugs, man. It's that simple. Stay away from people that are shady. Get out of the criminal lifestyle. Yeah, he was running amok, bro. He's a confident. I believe he's an informant. I believe so. You're starting to hear less and less from these dudes. At first, it was, yeah, we're in jail from the main line. We're from the main line. We in the main line. We're starting to hear less and less of these guys. We're starting to hear less and less from these people in prison, bro. Straight up.
Get a felon being in possession of a firearm is bad and everything, man. But if this man warded off armed robbers, people coming to rob him with guns, he can't use a gun to protect himself. Now, I understand felon being in possession of a firearm, but at that point, it's life or death, man. So for them to use this incident to raid his home, to me, is some nasty work. The feds is using 3 bases to deny briccbaby bond. 1, criminal history. 2, his conduct at No Jumper and what was captured on camera and what was captured in the wiretaps where briccbaby is admitting to certain things that took place inside of his home. Now, for No Jumper, the feds will say that after law enforcement seized weapons and arrested briccbaby, he continued undeterred. In March of 2024, briccbaby erupted at his place of employment, threatening individuals in the room and online with death, fighting security, and later admitting to possessing a firearm during the incident. The moment that they're referring to is briccbaby's infamous Put Kill Squad in the Street video on his podcast. At the moment, briccbaby was going through a lot of inner politics within his gang. People felt like he let DW Flame say.
Flacco is glazing him right now, I hope you know. You think Big U's in the paperwork for Sue Surf? All right, so here's the video that the feds are using. Okay. I mean, I'm just getting everybody's thoughts because I haven't seen the paperwork of that, but like the streets talk, so I'm just listening.
Derogatory word,
the feds are using this podcast,
particular gang. So
that just shows you
his gang was pulling up to No Jumper, trying to check him for it. People online was trying to press him for it. DW Flame was still there. They had inner conflict because briccbaby was on phones, this and DW Flame. So the stress got to briccbaby and he snapped. And when he got on No Jumper, he said this.
If you nigga underlying conditions, nigga, nigga, on West Side Road to say that, nigga, on the dead homies, because y'all know what it is, nigga. And a nigga, hey, boy, big only reason I ain't come outside and kill one of you niggas, because I was in front of these white niggas, dead homies, nigga. You know, homies would have crashed, nigga. On 6-0, nigga, don't give a fuck about none of that, nigga. Shout out Devil Donut, nigga, my real 40s, cuz. These niggas 68ers though, nigga. On 6-0, and this my homeboy, nigga. On the hood. And whatever me and my homeboy gotta go through, nigga, to clear what we gotta clear, nigga, on 6-0, he gonna always be my homeboy, nigga. It don't matter whatever it is, nigga. But the energy that, nigga, from now on, nigga, keep on running content on my name, nigga. I'm putting Kill Squad in the street. On 6-0. Y'all forgot I had chili, nigga. Nigga, on 6.
That right there, bro. That right there, bro. That right there. Chili means money. He said it, dude. I'm putting kill squads in the streets. Did y'all forget I got money? I've heard a lot of people, like me listening to like certain clubhouses, me listening to like certain podcasts and like panels. People were told to stay away from Big U. A lot of people didn't fuck with Big U because of what his reputation was. Everybody in the hood's got that one dude that nobody wants to fuck with. He's got friends, but like they don't want to be his friends. They're just around him for the clout, or maybe they're scared of him, or maybe they feel like he offers some protection. There's always one. Yeah, they're using this, bro. This isn't. Imagine showing this to a bunch of fucking white jurors. Seriously. And you got all these crimes, bro, and all this evidence. Imagine.
So, nigga, go look up, nigga, what shit he worth, bitch. Dead homies, no.
Don't give them too much. Don't give them too much.
That's
nigga, I don't give that energy up here. Bro, I'm the boogeyman. You nigga, you bitch in the hood that keep talking. Y'all know why y'all talking, cuz the boogeyman spoke, nigga. And y'all scared, nigga. You niggas do shit on camera. But it's over with. I ain't finna keep going up, nigga. But the energy is what it is, cuz. And on the dead homies, send the link to cuz. On the dead homies, be outside, nigga. Play that shit, hey, nigga. On SC, nigga. On hood, they gonna be calling your ass little Draco, nigga. Dead homies, and it is what it is. You niggas cops, nigga. Dead homies, nigga.
not good, bro.
Other shit about me and a blick, nigga. Cop ass whack, bitch. Nigga on the hood calling me.
See right there, he's calling out Whack 102. That's another person that's on the chopping block. What's good, dog? Big U supposed to be testifying? That's the first I heard of that. Get out of the weed, dude. Dude, Bricc was out here fucking.
Mr. AK-47, bitch got open cases, nigga. Not playing with me, cuz.
See what I mean? Whack was up here like. He said he wasn't doing police work, right? This whole time he wasn't. He was like just giving information, reading open cases, letting people speak, letting people do this. I can't tell somebody what to say. That's Whack's famous line. I can't tell no man what to say, but you can pump him up to say it. I'm dead serious. Have you read his indictment? I'm so tired. This dude's walking around threatening his baby mama and his kids with guns and shit. This dude's a killer for real. He'll kill something. I believe it. I believe it. I mean, it's true. I mean, when you do things like that, you can talk like that. That's how I feel. When you do things like that, you're allowed to talk like that. But like, you do know that the other people own guns too. And when it comes to both people having guns, it's all about who's quickest on the draw. That's all there is, man. You better be quicker on the draw than me, motherfucker. But like, I don't know, man. I think you shouldn't get up here because the feds are watching, bro. The feds are watching. And this is proof, man. This is like a big, gigantic, all fucking content on No Jumper fucking Rico, bro. I bet you anything, Whack, No Jumper.
On the day
They've all had to give statements and shit. I guarantee
that crash out clip got 1 million views on YouTube. But if you could ask briccbaby right now to go back in time and he knows it's gonna do 1 million views, he won't do it, bro.
Shut up, glazing briccbaby, Flacco. Stop that shit. I like you giving us the news, but you need to stop glazing people just because you're friends with them. You know why? Because yes, he would do it again. He's calling home from prison trying to get 1 million views. He would absolutely do that again. I get it. I get it. I'm so tired. I get it. I feel you, baby. I'm not either. That's why I get it. That's what I say too. Maybe I'm just stupid. I'm afraid of people with guns though, because people are stupid, man.
Yo, it wasn't worth it, bro. Him putting Kill Squad in the streets, him fighting the security guard, him doing certain things, even admitting he had a gun when he went to the
Watch
security
him, bro.
guard, right? And and he would admit that people had to take the gun from him so he won't do nothing crazy. Yo, this is all ammunition for the feds, and the feds were just watching this back because they arrested Brick Baby in June of 2023, but they declined to really press charges because they were just waiting.
You know why they declined to press charges? Because he's working with them, man. Bro, the feds would have pressed charges and had this case tried already. He would have already been in court and tried had they didn't want more out of him. You gotta quit, bro. I'm just dead serious, guys. If they picked him up on having a chopper in California, he's a convicted felon. He's got the feds picked him up. The feds would have tried him and already put him in prison. They wouldn't have waited till 2025. They wired him up. They tapped his phones. They let him stay out. Oh, yeah. And he kept telling everybody. Here's the thing. Here's the next big thing that's a fat fucking lie, and I know why I think he's working. Because remember, he kept telling everybody it was a DA reject. He don't have a case. The feds hid the case. There was no case. The feds hid the case. It was a DA reject. They didn't want it. It wasn't found in my possession. But now it was found in your possession. And yes, they do have a case for it. What were you doing, bro? You were fucking ratting, man. I almost bet he ain't going to be telling on. He is going to be telling on anything he can. And it just so happens Luce Cannon pulls up in the same fucking cell.
Wait.
They know Luce Cannon's stupid and will tell anything. Luce Cannon's a G and he does what he does, right? But he's dumb. He'll tell everything you ask him. So I bet you,
for
bro.
2 years, watch Brick Baby on these podcasts every episode, just waiting for him to say or do something that they can capture. This is insane. Now, the feds will also point out the fact that Brick Baby had a gun on him the day before he got arrested. So during the podcast with him and Luce Cannon, the feds will post a clip of Brick Baby having a gun on him during the podcast the day before his arrest.
They definitely dictated the stream.
The gummies did their thingy thing. That's a fact.
Yeah.
We had some good fun, good clean.
What's
fun.
up, Smack?
Noticing the patterns, like the bricks and all this.
How you doing, G?
You really feel like that?
Yeah.
You said Compa was.
Hold on, man. We got Smack from Back on Fig in the building. Go fucking subscribe to Smack, man. Hold on, man. Let me throw your channel in the chat, G. Put the oranges in the chat for Smack, man. For real, bro. Shout out to Smack and T-Real. Shout out to all the Ace boys. Shout out to motherfucking Smack, bro. I appreciate you pulling up, man. Stay firm in what y'all do, man. I peep it all the time.
And that,
Brick Baby.
Brick Baby purposely doing this.
Hold on, I gotta rewind this because Brick Baby going to prison, bro. He going to prison and he gonna tell. I don't see a way out of like who. Put a motherfucking 1 in the chat if you think Brick Baby's gonna tell. Put a 2 in the chat if you think Brick Baby's gonna stand tall with all these cases.
Day before he got arrested. So during the podcast with him and Luce Cannon, the feds will post a clip of Brick Baby having a gun on him during the podcast a day before his arrest.
They definitely dictated the stream.
The gummies did their thingy thing. That's a fact.
Yeah.
We had some good fun, good clean fun.
Are y'all noticing the patterns, like the bricks and all this shit look a little different?
Ones.
You really feel like that?
Yeah.
you said Compa
They do
was
anything
the
for
one
clout. This is all clout, bro. Like I was watching a guy named Goalie TV. I watch him a lot too. He was saying that they jumped on this white man's platform and they were like repping to be gangster of the year. He's going to tell for some lighter time. That clip with the gun fucked him. Well, I mean, can he say it's a BB gun? Yeah, self-snitching. He could say it's a BB gun. But to be arrested, I don't know, they might have went right to his house the next day when they picked him up. And found the same gun. Oh, Smack knows the feds be watching, bro. He's from that. Briccbaby snitched on Lil Durk. He admits it. Oh, man. We'll check that out. Get away, kitty. Go, cat. Getting all my shit. You can have this one. Take that one, man. He been fucked since the AK arrest. That's what I believe, too. Before that AK-47. Okay. What channel is it on? I think you told me. I'll go up and look, bub. Unless I missed it. Oh, wow. Stupid.
Briccbaby purposely doing this. It felt like he wanted Lucecannon to see it. Because if you guys don't know, this is the first time Lucecannon and Briccbaby sat down on camera after beefing online for what would seem like eternity, but realistically like a year or two. So when he reaches his arm up, he wanted Lucecannon to see he got it on him, so don't try nothing. This was not a smart move. So now the feds is essentially going to court today and telling the judge, look at his podcast etiquette.
Yeah, some gang members aren't the smartest, especially if you're the ones that are just telling it all online. I believe most real gang members aren't spreading what they do in the streets on fucking podcasts, bro. It's not supposed to mix. You know what I mean? Like, if you're doing something in the streets, you're not supposed to, like, if I'm selling crack right now, I'm not supposed to be coming on here, man. Hey, I got a customer coming. Yeah, he buying a ball from me. That shit sounds so fucking stupid, dude. You see how fucking stupid that sounds? Now they come and raid me for an A. It's fucking stupid. Sounds fucking stupid, man.
The day before we arrested him for this particular federal case he's fighting, he had a gun on him on stream, on public, for everybody to see. This is not somebody who's reformed. That's going to be their argument.
Yep.
Now, the feds will also provide wiretaps. Now, in these wiretaps, bro, they painted Briccbaby like a monster. This was all captured on wiretaps, according to the feds. They will say June 20, 2023, a second person accused Briccbaby of pointing a gun at them. That person was his baby mama,
That's
KC.
wild,
Now,
bro.
KC would say, you pulled a gun out on me.
Fear you can put in a woman for pointing a gun at her and your child? That probably would fucking scare the life out of somebody, dude. Especially a female.
Daughter, you pulled a gun out on me in front of your daughter. You pointed a gun at me with your B.I. Briccbaby will respond back according to the feds. I don't give a F, ninja. I don't give a F, B. Ever since I've been with you. The following day,
especially if she knows he'll kill her.
Briccbaby and Casey having an argument about picking up
What's
the
up, dog?
Now,
What up, hey, Diggs? What's up, Chuck?
Chilling.
Yo, he can't deny that gun is a BB gun because
they found it on it the next day.
Nah, not even. What they've been doing is like all they got to do is zoom in on it. Yeah. a gun expert to verify the authenticity of it versus, you know, that's what they've been doing. They've even been going up people like that with music videos.
Yeah, I think they found the gun on him the next day too.
I
Because he was arrested the very next day with the same gun.
But at the end of the day, like, The Godfather came out in the 70s, right? Casino came out. All type of mafia movies came out where they show you the power of surveillance.
Yeah.
They show you the weapons that they like. If you remember in what's that thing called, Casino? Yo, they was flying helicopters over De Niro's house.
Yep.
And they ran out of gas and had to land the plane on the golf course. So this is the 70s, bro.
Yep.
This is the 70s. Like,
these wiretaps go crazy.
Right, and not only that, the Miranda says you have a right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law.
Yep.
So that goes on. That moves over to whatever they could pick up.
Yep.
Not just when you're in their custody and running your mouth.
Yeah, I think what Bricc probably thought was if he's helping in one case, that he can go run amok in California and catch all kinds of cases, and they'll help him there. That don't mean that. Not at all. You got to help in that one case and keep your nose clean.
Right.
You can't just be running. That's your chance. Okay, you help us in this case. That's your opportunity to change your life.
Right. And like you said, when it comes to felon possession of a firearm, no matter what, you're not supposed to be around it.
Bro, that's the biggest fear that a felon has is possession of a firearm. We know what it carries, bro. 15 automatic.
Well, listen, now what I'm seeing is they're trying to do something about restoring the rights of non-violent felons.
I hope so. That's what needs to happen.
Yeah, that's the conversation I'm hearing that's going on right now. So who knows? It may pop off, but the reality of it is.
Oh, he had enough ammunition to fucking kill fucking 200, 300 people.
Yeah. So you know what I'm saying? Like,
self-snicking, man.
Yeah, that's all it really is. Like, I don't see how you, even if you wasn't a part of the crime, and you come back and you talk about the crimes, that's dry snitching.
Oh, matter of fact.
That's dry snitching. You know, because we used to have a thing where if you wasn't there, then it's none of your business.
Yep. What do you think about this man pulling a gun on his fucking woman and child?
That's it. I mean, you gotta, respectfully, man, they use different type of drugs out there.
Yeah, it's got to be the drugs.
They be on PCPs and all type of crazy shit out there.
Yeah, I think he was on fent.
Yeah, listen, respect. I don't care what he was on, but the point I'm making is
he was asked out all the time on No Jumper, dude. Nodding out and shit.
Yeah. Briccbaby, he was a junkie, my nigga. So just you know, go to rehab. But your paperwork shows that you're a career criminal. So I'm like you said, you've been working for a minute, homie.
Yeah, that's why he wanted to take a picture with Woody, I bet.
Yeah, you've been working for a minute, son. So, like
he wanted that picture with Woody because he was just like Woody, bro. No real gangster's gonna go take a picture with Woody. Nobody.
Like you said, you know, it's just, it is what it is, you know. It is what it is, and
yep. They got
I'm gonna tell you this. I was watching a live yesterday, right? And it's as far as the channel goes, yo, he picked up a couple subscribers since last week, right? But yo, tell me why Lucecannon and Wack called the show, right? So what Wack was trying to say was, you know, I see you running the content. and all that, but you know, you shouldn't bang. So basically, I think yo, listen, more indictments is coming, man.
Oh, I know.
More, because you already heard Wack said that he supplied Big U with the gun. What happened to that gun case he had in Texas with all them firearms he got caught?
I don't. If Wack wanted to do an interview right now, I would tell him, hell no.
No, Wack.
He sabotages people.
On Pyro, Wack, if you want to talk, we can talk. But you know, I'm gonna handle you like homie handled you yesterday. You understand? You ain't gonna be able to
no narratives, motherfucker.
Yeah, you ain't gonna be able to backslide on this one, bro. No. You got some serious questions to answer, dog.
I believe it goes deeper than Wack. A lot of these podcasters are working, bro. They've gotten themselves in so deep, dude, that they have to work now.
Yeah.
Like No Jumper, fucking these street podcasts. They got themselves in too deep, man, trying to talk to the wrong people.
That's what I'm saying, like, you know what I mean? And here go the thing. I'm you know, I'm not even gonna say what they did was they crossed the lines. They forgot that they was doing this from a journalistic point of view.
Yeah.
And that's where, because remember now, that lady
views, man.
The lady took Sean Penn to interview El Chapo. And not too long after that, El Chapo was taken into custody. So all I'm saying to you is it doesn't matter who you interview, but you have to interview them as a professional. You can't interview them as a homie or none of that. You have to take the position of an interviewer. And if y'all want to talk that sidebar, you got to do it after the interview or before the interview.
Yep.
But during the interview, you have to hold a standard so that, you know what I mean, you don't like what you said about what Flacco was doing.
Yep.
Like, you know, Flacco, maybe you should study a little bit more on you know, crime law before you make certain statements, because if you understood the reality of it is, okay, briccbaby put himself in a position where these people could come and try to rob him. Right?
He's in the gang lifestyle.
You're supposed at that moment, you're supposed to revamp everything you're doing and move in a different direction. But like you said, he probably felt that, you know, he got a slight umbrella over him. So
well, Adam, No Jumper, his dad was pardoned by fucking Bill Clinton.
Yeah.
So what kind of shit can he get away with?
But see, Adam don't gotta worry. The most Adam gotta be concerned with is that incident where they beat up homeboy at his facility.
Yeah,
outside of that,
they're gonna want him to testify, I'm sure.
I mean, he can't, but he can't testify on crimes because I don't think they ever took him on no crime.
That's true. That's true.
So he can only testify about what they've come on the platform and have already verbalized themselves.
I think he's working for him though.
I wouldn't. He
started to drift off into like the Chicago gangs now. He's doing a lot of gang politics. I
wouldn't doubt it. But you know, here go the thing. Like, it's just sad that when it comes on to.
You know what, dog? Before I let you speak, you can't tell someone they can't speak on your podcast. Like, so it's their fault for coming on here and self-snitching always.
Correct.
It's that person's fault. Okay, go ahead, dog. Sorry.
No, you know, you can't, like you said, you can't. But at the same time, you got like, how you gonna come up here and tell on yourself?
Yeah.
Like, how you gonna come up here and implicate yourself in any crime that may still be under
got fucking damn near life.
Yeah, I mean, that's some goofy shit too, but you know what I'm saying? It's just, y'all come up here and y'all, men of honor and this, that, the third. Well, obviously you ain't watched certain movies to understand the shit you doing.
These aren't men.
But the shit you doing, you would be sleeping with the fishes like Luca Brasi. They're gonna put you to sleep.
These aren't
You
men.
talking
Man.
too much. Yeah, you talking too much.
Men wouldn't be in the streets. They would want to be home, taking care of their family, going to work, living the productive lifestyle. These dudes aren't men. Gang members aren't men, bro. People in the streets aren't men.
Well, I'm gonna say this. I'll say this. They haven't developed into men. They still living in a boy mind frame.
Right.
Just
they
like
just
the bozo.
yet.
Yeah, just like the bozo, the 45-year-old bozo.
Yeah.
You haven't matured. You haven't matured yet. You still,
Not even close.
yeah. You're moving like a little kid. You moving reckless. You expect your mom to come clean up your spilt milk and cut you a hot piece of brownie. That's what you expect. Well, that's not how it's going down. So you know what I'm saying? You older now, so certain things you're gonna have to do, and you got to maintain. And unfortunately, they don't. They you know.
Yeah, I mean, you could be a gang member. I get being a gang banger and a gang member's different. I understand all that. You know what I'm saying, though. I said the ones out in the streets. The ones out in the streets are doing nothing but causing fucking chaos to our fucking communities, bro. Straight up. Yeah, a member's always a member. I mean, once you're a gangbanger, you're usually not ever out. So you just become a member then. You're just not active. You know? All right, let's get back to Paco.
Briccbaby will tell KC, take the effing baby outside, you stupid B. You sit in the house all day, you dumb hoe. KC will respond back, you effed up my leg, and that he was the one who hit on people. And she will say she could not walk or drive because Briccbaby effed up her leg.
Damn, he was hitting on them too, bro. He was hitting on these bitches.
Bricc will respond back according to the feds, man, on 6-0. Shut the F up, B. I just told you, ninja, you keep playing with a ninja. You just want to see a ninja. On February 20th, 2023, Briccbaby was...
If any of you are doing StreamYard, use my link. Use my link right here. If you're new to it, use my link. You get $10 off. Good deal.
Wiretap that he did not respect the elders in the gang, and he will pop anyone on 6-0. On March 6th of 2023, Briccbaby was caught on wiretap talking to his...
Use that link if you're new to it. You'll get $10 off, yo, for your subscription.
Mom, you know, who is bonding him out, and, you know, and found the mother of his child outside. So he was on the phone pulling up to the house, and when he got to the house...
That was a prostitute. He threw a prostitute out the car.
The mother of his child was outside. Now, he told his mom that the mother of his child was in gangland and wanted to expire early. So, you know, they say Briccbaby is talking in code because at this time, he kind of understands that he's being recorded, or, you know, his phone is wiretapped. Now, defendant asked the mother of his child, so Bricc asked the mother of his child if she wanted to die in front of her son on 6-0. As defendant mother, so Brick's mom is screaming at him to stop because he may be being recorded.
See? They knew he was being recorded. Mama even knew. The feds come to your house and take all your... You got caught with over 100 rounds of ammunition, 2 different Briccs, and an assault rifle, and you haven't been to jail yet? Your fucking phone's tapped, bro.
On March 6th, the same day, defendant told KC that the police were acting stupid, that he was tired of doing what they told him to. And
there you go, right there. The police were the police are acting stupid, and I'm tired of doing what they tell me to do. That's some Little Woody shit. Didn't Little Woody do that? When they wrapped him up, he was cooperating. He was cooperating. They kept pressing him for more information. He kept cooperating. And then he's got tired of it and started giving them bunk information.
Yeah, but I think the only difference is, what's the name? Lil Woody don't be on the same type of medication that Briccbaby be on.
Yeah, Woody wasn't all doped out.
Yeah, he was able to keep his mind in the game and focus on what he had planned to do. Cause
That's true. Very
you know
true.
what I mean?
And that he was
Yeah,
ready
they-
to shoot the mother of his child.
So he was
Yeah.
ready to shoot the mama of his kid over the police acting stupid. Hey, what's up, man? If y'all are enjoying any aspect of the show, you can always pull up to our PayPal, our Cash App, and or our Super Chat. It is not something that you have to do, but it is greatly appreciated. I love y'all, man.
So, man, so that's how they tricking y'all? By saying that I'm saying my solution is money, while they're making sure that I don't have money, so my problem is literally money. So they're making sure that my problem is a lack of money, while they're convincing people don't donate money because he's only...
Up, Frost. And for anybody that wants to know, I'm currently building a Discord. For any paid member, you will get the Discord link. If you link your YouTube and your Discord together, you'll get like a voice chat where you can come in and be on camera with each other. I'm hooking it up, y'all. I'm hooking it up.
Later that day, briccbaby told another unidentified male that
Yo,
he
hey,
could
D,
kill the mother of his child on 6-0.
I'm
Go ahead,
dropping
dog.
in the chat. I'm dropping
All right,
in the
dog, I
chat.
appreciate your fucking comments, man. I appreciate it.
No doubt.
Well spoken.
Have a go.
You too. And any paid member over here, let me know on IG. We have an IG account that's all Riot Room. You just gotta be a paid member. Gifted members don't matter. You were gifted it.
On March 28th, 2023,
But you will be
defendant said
involved
that
in
he
the
would
giveaway.
body
though.
slam the mother of his child on her neck to stop playing with him. In the same call, defendant
Gifted members will be involved in the giveaways, just not directed into the Riot Room.
discussed how it felt to kill someone
We're
and
gonna
have to
get this
go to
bitch
school and
pumping
play
back up.
basketball the
Watch.
next day. This is stunning to me because one, this ain't the briccbaby I know.
I'll
The
build a whole
briccbaby I
new
know
audience.
would
I
never
don't give
put
a
his
fuck.
hands on a woman. The briccbaby I know would never do this to his baby mama. So again, innocent until proven guilty. But if he did these things, it's wrong. I can't co-sign it. It's detestable. It's deplorable. It's wrong. You know, but he does deserve his day in court. You know,
Can't beat your old
now
lady,
it's
bro.
unclear
Come on, podcast.
why briccbaby was still
Fucking
talking like this, right? Because even his mom was telling him, "Yo, you bring recorded. Stop talking like that." So I would imagine that he had some sort of inkling that he was being recorded or he was on wiretaps, because after the arrest with the feds, he knew something because he was talking in code half the time, but half the time he was just spilling it all. This is damning stuff, man. And the feds will call briccbaby a flight risk and claim that they arrested him early because they believe he's a danger to society and they can't release him. You know, they only picked him up early because they
Hold
believe
on,
he's a
what
danger.
more dangerous to society do you need than fucking threatening your baby mother and child with a gun? That's danger to society, bro. He'll kill anyone you kill
A
your
bunch
baby
of the
mother.
stuff that we just rattled off is new, but we pretty much expected that. That has everything to do with the current firearm and gun charges he's currently fighting. But what we didn't know is the feds are currently investigating briccbaby for fraud charges. So they have a pending investigation and pending charges that's probably going to come in a superseding indictment. An investigation for fraud charges is briccbaby's worst nightmare. On top of these gun charges, they can tack on wire fraud, bank fraud, and other charges. It's bad for briccbaby. This is horrible. Now, the feds will list a couple of things in this indictment that shocked me because I didn't know briccbaby was living like this. This is some like movie stuff. This is shocking. The feds will claim that briccbaby crimes do not pertain only to violence and weapon possession. Defendant briccbaby is currently under investigation for fraudulently applying for FEMA benefits by claiming to be a renter of a property in Pasadena destroyed in the Eaton fire in January of 2020. Moreover, in his digital devices seized during his previous arrest, when they seized his phones, his laptops, his et cetera,
Yeah, if it's gonna take drama to get like super chats and fucking donations and shit, keep them. I don't care to do it no more. If we're not gonna meet up and scrap, shut the fuck up. Let's win in content. I bet you can't beat me on here. All that same play over and over and over and over again. That shit don't move me. You ain't doing nothing. Let's bump. I'm coming to your town anyway. Let's get it on.
Briccbaby was in possession of multiple social security numbers, addresses, and other personal identifying information that he bought on WhatsApp. Briccbaby even had a photograph of a driver's license with his photograph, but a different name, address, and state. I'm terrified for Briccbaby. The feds has been methodical with this, even down from arresting him after the raid in 2023, but not filing official charges and just letting him sit and think.
We're still thinking about what we want to do. It's going to be a little bit warmer.
Thinking that the charges were never coming back. And then 2 years later,
I want to be able to do things while
they
I'm
just
there.
waited, right? For him to pretty much, eat up all the rope they gave him.
He did.
They really set him up. This is insane.
All they did was they didn't set him up. He did the fraud charge. Hold on, man. Hold on. That's not a setup, Flacco. They wiretapped his phone because he got to bucking at people that was robbing him, and they knew he was a fucking convicted felon. So they wiretapped his phone, and then that you call that a setup? And then he continued to do dumb shit? That's not a setup. That's called crashing out.
I am terrified of the gun charge. The gun charges, bro, 5, do 85 and come out just like Crip Mac, right? Like Crip Mac took a plea deal.
No,
he'll be home
he don't
by
have
next year.
Crip Mac don't have the past
But
Brick
these
Baby
fraud
does.
charges,
You're wrong, Flacco.
bro, they come with 10, 15, 20. And it looks like that's what the feds is really pushing for. Because right now, bro, he's still under investigation for this. So even if he beats this gun charge or, he gets sentenced for this gun charge,
I might end up
we
going to
still
Philly.
might indict him on these.
I might end up going to Philly, and I'm gonna do some fucking content in Kensington. Setting yourself up, maybe. Yeah.
Federal fraud charges. Oh,
that ain't no shit, Nader.
Now, there was a portion in Briccbaby's paperwork that, caused some controversy. A Rolling 60 member called Christopher Lovejoy, aka 600, he would take to his Instagram to accuse Briccbaby of snitching. Christopher would say Briccbaby was tired of working with them people. Guess that informant-ish ain't what is all boiled up to be.
Yeah.
Yo, little Buster is a rat. So, and he would highlight what I read previously, which is defendant told KC that the police were acting stupid, that he was tired of doing what they told him to, and that he was ready to shoot the mother of his child. So,
what's that mean to you? That means you were probably working with the police, man, and you're getting sick of doing what they wanted you to do. That's the same thing Woody said. Same exact thing.
They're saying
Woody
that
said.
this right here means that
down to the T.
Listen, I'm not a street dude. I was just always, again, I was always told that, we have to wait for the black and white, right? That black and white would tell you if somebody is telling. So, for example, if there's a statement, the interrogation footage, that will come out. If somebody is snitching, those things will come out. So, from my perspective, unless those things come out, I can't call Briccbaby a snitch. You feel me? Unless I see a signed statement, unless I see Briccbaby working on camera, he take the stand, right? And if he was working, why would he be charged with what he's being charged with, right? So, again, y'all let me know in the comment section, man. What do you guys think? Okay, do you guys feel Briccbaby is working? Let me know, okay? And if you're still watching, man, click on this video here somewhere on my screen, somewhere here, man, to find out how this horrible woman got exposed mid-dating show, right? She got exposed.
Shut the fuck up. Flacco, you were glazing him. You were glazing him. So Bricc went to court. So Bricc went to court for his bond hearing. Just watch Homewood. All you do is expose your co-workers. What? Sounds stupid as fuck.
This is information you're not going to get from anywhere else. I spoke
Sound
directly
dumb as
to
fuck.
Briccbaby and Lucecannon about 30 minutes ago. I spoke directly to somebody who was in the courtroom who don't like Lucecannon and Briccbaby. So you're going to have the other side of that. And I also spoke to a courtroom reporter who was...
My bad. I didn't mean to say you sounded dumb as fuck then. Yeah. He did kind of like he's supposed to be Brick's friend, isn't he? Isn't he like cutting it up with Brick? Sent money to Brick? But you just made a fucking damning video on him.
Also there as well, who's unbiased. So we got the real, unfiltered, true story of exactly what took place today at Briccbaby's court hearing and at Lucecannon court hearing. On April 7th, Briccbaby and Lucecannon will call into the No Jumper show where they will tell the fans that they are coming home April 9th. That's because they had a bond hearing that Wednesday, and they both anticipated being released. The reason that they were so confident about they were going to be home on April 9th, the Wednesday, was because both these dudes have put together pretty strong bond packages. Briccbaby in particular, his mom put up a multi-million-dollar property. So they for sure thought, I mean, even if you give him $1 million bond, he going to be home the same day. So they for sure thought the judge would have considered giving them bonds. It didn't turn out like that, bruh. All right, I'm not even gonna extend this or try to make
because
you guys
they keep getting on these podcasts.
They both were denied bond. They both got denied for similar reasons. Prior criminal history. They both have an extensive rap sheet and their conduct ever since the investigation started. The court will point to them not being 100% confident that Briccbaby or Lucecannon won't interfere with the court process if they are able to go home and fight this case from home. They would also point to they believe that they're both threats to society, right? Especially for Briccbaby. They point to how Briccbaby had a firearm on his hip live on No Jumper a day before his arrest. So they believe that if you weren't acting right while knowing there was an ongoing investigation a day before your arrest, then what makes us think that you will act right if we release you? So both got denied. Now, this don't stop them for reapplying for bond, but right now, they were both denied by the judge. Now, Briccbaby court hearing went without incident. He came, it was pretty smoothly. Lucecannon, on the other hand, has some drama going on, and we're going to discuss it, okay?
What?
Now, because I want to give you guys both sides, all right, the pro-Lucecannon side and the anti-Lucecannon side, we're going to do a dual video. So it's going to be me and 600 essentially telling a similar story, but from different perspectives.
Whatever. Besides the point. He looked bad. He looked stressed out. Eddie Boy in the courtroom. Eddie Boy by himself. Lucecannon come in his spot and look like ghost. Like, man, what Eddie Boy doing here? Oh, cuz. Oh, neighborhood crib. Eddie Boy just sitting there. Ain't paying due no mind. So they all the lawyers look over Eddie Boy like, what?
The guy on your right is Eddie Boy. Now, Eddie Boy is an OG from the 60s. He's a really reputable dude, solid dude with a lot of integrity, man. Eddie Boy still owes me boxing lessons.
Yeah, he need to send the homies some money on their books, bro. Hit that JPay. Hit that JPay, bro. Get you an interview. Thank you, Lucky. I appreciate you, darling. We're going to be going to trending topics, man. Right now, this big U shit is trending. The locals haven't been localing. Let's see. All right.
Man, you feel me? We lost contact.
So Eddie Boy has been going and sitting in court. That's dope.
But yeah, I need to redeem my boxing lessons from Eddie Boy. But Eddie Boy was in court. Now, Eddie Boy and Lucecannon don't necessarily get along. So when Lucecannon got to court, that's when all hell broke loose. I'm not going to cap because me and Lucecannon is cool. I'm going to tell you guys the truth. Lucecannon got to court and Lucecannon said, why is Eddie Boy here? I don't F with him on neighborhood crib in front of the people. while still fighting Rico. Listen, the one
Told everybody he was a
Luce Cannon
crip,
whatever you
bro.
want.
He walks in court and goes, "Why is he here on neighborhood crip?" You're supposed to be like, "I'm not a crip. I'm not a gang member. I'm not a crip. I don't do gangs." But you sitting there popping. Shout out to Maine, bro. Shout out to Maine with the 420 drop, bro. He said, "Time to smoke. Time to smoke." I appreciate you, bro. Thank you for the blessings, man. I truly do appreciate it. You already know, man. What's Jack say? Ooh, snap.
Right now, 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 right now.
Bro, but you cannot say that man ain't authentic. In the court of law, while fighting a gang indictment, a gang RICO, you walk in court and say, bro, why am I up here? I don't F with him on neighborhood crip. Oh my God. So that story is true. Now, when that happened, the officers of the courts, they got involved. And they told Luce Cannon, yo, he could be here as long as he's not disruptive. This is open to the public. So when enough people got involved, Luce Cannon thought it would be better to just remain quiet. So that's what he did.
It's only his wife. Well, I guess they're not technically married, but his girl, some other girl, she was with Eddie Boy. Nobody in the courtroom.
Hold on, that's not Willie,
now,
y'all.
let's get into what's going on. The prosecutor is giving him his charges, previous crimes.
That's not Willie, y'all. That's not Willie. Y'all gotta check these fucking. That's not Willie. How the fuck do I unhide him now? He's smacking.
Tonight, Bill, do you know what snitching he said in court?
Hold on.
I didn't do those
Chop for the
cases I
chop.
went to
I'll
jail
get you out,
for.
bro.
My brother did those crimes. You snitching
It's
on
not
your
Willie,
brother,
though.
lie, snitching on your brother. You went to jail for him, bro. We're like, damn.
600 is telling a story from Eddie Boy's perspective. So this is what I've gathered from talking to all sides and all parties, including a courtroom reporter. So apparently what took place was they were bringing up Luce Cannon's past charges, right? Past convictions, past charges, things that he was arrested for. And they were bringing this up to establish a life of crime and to establish why Luce Cannon don't deserve to be out on bond because he's a risk to society.
Doesn't show him blocked.
So when they're bringing up charges, they brought up a bunch of charges, bro. I'm talking like damn near like 40 plus. And Luce Cannon is looking, and he's like, I ain't go to jail for that. I ain't go to jail for that. I ain't go to jail for that. But that's not me.
Okay. Right on, bro.
So what
You're
Luce
back
Cannon
in.
figured
You're
out
unhidden.
was some
Appreciate
of the
you,
things
man.
that they were saying he
I
got
didn't know how to
arrested
do it.
for
I was
or
like,
went
how
to
the
jail
fuck do I
for
do this?
was actually his brother.
Ross.
So Luce Cannon and his brother are twins, born on the same day. Damn near got the same exact.
Yeah, if the trolls come in and they want to troll, just time them out and give them like a 24-hour timeout. Make them go in the corner for like the whole day. Yeah, fuck blocking them. Just time them out. Trolls be gone for the day.
Exact name is just one letter off. Termaine and Germaine.
Luce Brent,
right?
his twin
So
brother.
it's the same
Oh,
name.
I know, that's diabolical,
Well, damn near the same
bro.
name, you know, like
And
same
he's
birthday.
still alive.
So it's unclear
He gonna put his
how they
twin
made
brother.
this
I mean,
error
restroom.
or the
His
clerical
twin
error, but they
brother
just did like a
is
soft
still
pull
alive, yo. That's snitching.
and showed up with the crimes, you know, with the past convictions. And Luce Cannon say, no, that's not my crimes, but like I didn't go to jail for that. My brother went to jail for that, not me. So now again, I'm not from the street, so I can't consider that snitching. Well, listen, there's very few things that I consider snitching outside of black and white signed statement. I'm testifying, but that's why 600 is saying this is snitching. But Luce Cannon perspective is, I'm in court for a bond hearing. You're trying to make an argument that I'm a menace to society. You can't make that argument bringing up cases that don't belong to me. So that's why Luce Cannon brought up his brother.
Then he say, Eddie Boy here trying to get some content. When he said that, the police came over to Eddie Boy and asked him, is he recording? He sent the police on him. He crashed out over there, man. He was mad. He was like, man, I wish I could record and told you what they doing, man. Oh, they use, and they brought up that no jumper fight. He's in trouble.
Eddie Boy was escorted out of the court briefly. Now, from Luce Cannon perspective, he never said, hey, yo, Eddie Boy here for content. He's running content on me. No. Luce Cannon would say that his lawyer would make an observation. Rather the observation was correct or incorrect, she made an observation. And in that observation, she believed that Eddie Boy was on his phone. So she took measures to try to protect Luce Cannon. And, she wrote like a letter, very discreetly and handed it over to the judge. And when the judge read it, the judge ordered the officer to walk Eddie Boy out to see if he was recorded. Eddie Boy wasn't recorded, so he was able to return back into the courtroom.
They use all that online stuff he been doing, bro.
Bro, they are making them look bad, bro. They are. I don't think it was so much Big U doing it, but Big U has some pretty bad online things, like the checking in, like how he laughed at Nipsey's thing. Hey man, y'all on the East Coast are winning right now. The gangsters on the East Coast are winning right now. Because the 60s are looking bad, bro. I'm glad there's somebody going up in court and reporting on this, because there's going to be some underhanded snitching in this.
They using that. They don't want to let him out because he's saying he's
fly me out to Cali. I'll go every day.
He'd do and talking about people's family. They also asked Eddie Boy, would Eddie Boy like to press charges on Luce Cannon for talking about his family? Eddie Boy said, no, I don't need to. And then they said he's lying, causing confusion about violence, lying about fights in the jail. And there was never no fight.
Oh, wow.
Which we knew that, but I wasn't going to speak on it because I didn't technically have the proof. But now when the prosecutors say it, you're lying, there was no fights.
Wow, dude. Every phone call that these idiots have made from jail to these fucking podcasts, they're using. Yeah, I hope Nips gets some justice. I don't know if we'll ever see some justice finally. Like, more to it than Eric Holder, but we'll see, man. This is going to go on for a little bit. This is going to be content. This is going to be content, y'all.
So, Luce Cannon is just known to be a liar, bro. You feel me?
Yeah.
He's not no rolling 60. Never was, never will be, right?
Luce Cannon and his wife would say this never happened, and they would say this is not true. Now, I can only let you guys know what I've heard. So I spoke to Luce Cannon. I spoke to other.
Hold on, let me read this. Big U constantly says he was out of town when Nipsey got murdered, but I seen Big U behind police lines with a LAPD jacket after Nip died the same day. Damn.
Others. Now, they didn't really tell me about that particular part. What they told me was that the fight that took place outside of No Jumper, that was brought up. And they brought up that particular thing because they believe that shows Luce Cannon's character, that shows Luce Cannon is a violent person. And the fight that I'm referring to is the fight with Jay Reed, where, we've seen Jay Reed get punched out, who Jay Reed came with get punched out. They were stripped butt naked to their, I'm talking about butt naked, booty on concrete, got robbed. So they brought that up, and they have everything on surveillance. And yeah, they might plan on charging him with that. Who knows? But they brought that up to prove that Luce Cannon should not be let back into society because he's a violent person. I didn't hear anything about them saying that Luce Cannon is lying about the jail fights. I didn't hear that. I'm being honest.
It was never no video of him FaceTiming Big. A lot of y'all heard of Luce, dude. That's the first time I ever met dude in my life when he said he had that. That's the first time I met dude. And he a year older than me. He never went to school with us. He ain't never played football with us. He ain't never been around with us, hung on the block. I've never seen dude before in my life. And I've been around him for all my life. I ain't been to the pen and been gone for years. I might have went to college for a semester, came back. But I've lived, all my addresses been in the 60s. I have one of them in Inglewood. Most of them, all nine of my addresses been in the 60s, bro. So I don't know, dude. You know what I'm saying? And he's just known to be a liar. All that stuff he's saying, lying, bro.
Yeah, the chip away. He's a content creator, y'all. So I untimed him. He hit me on IG and shit. So he good, people. This is 600. He claims to be a rolling 60s too. He teamed up with Wax. He teamed up with Whack 100 to try to take Big U down. I think that's what they were definitely trying to do, bro. You like him? Hit him up.
All that talking, don't
He's
even
got
lying,
fake
bro.
hair in. His hair ain't that long.
You know what's crazy? He lied and talked himself into an indictment. I guess one of those robberies that's in the indictment, somebody made a statement on him about the robbery. No footage, a long time ago, right? This dude went on there talking and corroborated a story, an incident that someone already told him about. So, dude, so let this be a message to somebody out here who's online. They're using all that stuff, bro.
If you've been paying attention, Luce Cannon and 600 was once on the same team.
Yeah, we had Smack in this bitch, didn't we? We had Smack from back on Fig in this motherfucker. Hey, I'll roll out the red carpet for some of these dudes. I'm not no fucking hater, bro. I know when bigger fish are out there. I'm not a hater, man. Just remember me. That's all. I'm tired of going back and forth online with people. I'll tell you that. That ain't gonna happen no more.
And it really shows how fast life comes.
Not with goofies.
Right? Luce Cannon and 600 was just really cool. It took about 3 months, and now 600 is calling Luce Cannon a liar and a capper. Life comes at you fast, bro. Yo, really slow, bro. Especially if you're in a life of crime and living fast, bro. Try your best to slow down, bro.
Yeah.
Now, I can't speak towards what Luce Cannon is lying about or what he's not lying about or whether or not his war stories is true because I wasn't there. I'm not a gangbanger. I don't know nothing regarding gangbanging, okay? So I don't know.
Me either.
But when you look at what's going on, yo, all of Luce Cannon's enemies are from the 60s. That should tell you everything you need to know about gang culture. Gang culture isn't something you seek safe haven in. Gang culture isn't something that, you seek solace in. No, you're not going to find peace and comfortability in being in a gang, bro. All that comes out of gangbanging, bro. There's 100% of things that come out of gangbanging is negative. You are not going to find anything good. You're not getting anything good out of it. All it does is it affects your life and make it 100% more difficult, right? So when you look at these situations, don't just
creator.
look at this as, this is not content. This is people's real life. And when you look at people's real life, you got to take a lesson from it, bro. Right? A gang that he gave his entire life to, allegedly, a gang that he committed and did things for, yo, members of that gang is going against you. You're not on good terms with everybody from that gang. Your homies who you sworn to brotherhood for life, they're going against you too. Now, again, whether or not they're right or wrong, or whether or not you did something first, still, this facade of there being a brotherhood is false, bro. It's false. You get involved, you're gonna get your life ruined. That's 100% fact. Yo, let me know in the comment section, man. What do you guys think about this? Okay, let me know. And if you're still watching, click on this video right here to find out Why does Rolling 60 OG is claiming that briccbaby snitched after new paperwork surfaced? Click on this video right here to find out what I'm talking about. I'm out of here, folks. Peace.
Hold on, yo. It's all good, G. Most definitely, man. Let me see here. So we got major briccbaby and loose cannon shit coming up on No Jumper. I don't know what major shit it could be. I really, really don't. Ain't nothing hitting the news. I think they're feds, bro. I think they're feds, man. Let's go see what Rick Rock said. Let's go see what Compton Rick Rock said. Come the fuck on, man. Thought who was Flacco? Me? Thought I was Flacco? I don't know how we do that. I ain't Flacco. All right, let's go. Said Luce Cannon was denied bond, man. What the fuck? I fucked it up.
Yes, one of his homeboys was sitting up in the courtroom gathering up information.
Did you just gift a membership?
To give back to the YouTube streets.
Did you just gift a membership? How sweet of you. How fucking sweet of you. Laura Lala got one. That was too sweet. I appreciate you. We got a new member.
Right now, 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 right now.
Salute to the new members, man. I'm hoping to be doing a giveaway this month, towards the end of the month. I'm just hoping to be able to be doing that. Don't take my word for it. I'm just hoping to be able to do that. At least do a 50 ball to somebody, you know? Hell. At least do a 50 ball. Back itching. Let's go back a little bit.
content. But before we get to the content, like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel. And if you're new, hit that notification bell so you can catch all the videos.
If you want that LA shit.
Well, today was the day that briccbaby supposed. I guess he went to court this morning. We haven't heard anything about his bond yet. But lucecannon bond was definitely.
You ain't a member over here. Become a member. This channel will be doing monthly giveaways to our members. That's what we do. I will be staying monetized as much as possible, not breaking any rules. You know, because these people just report because they're haters. Huh, Willie?
Denied. That's the word on the streets, on the YouTube streets. I
Come
seen
on
a
back
video
in,
today.
Willie.
One of the YouTubers saying that he
I'll
was
let you back
denied, and it was just a mess in that courtroom. I guess one of his homeboys was sitting up in the courtroom, gathering up information to give back to the YouTube streets.
Yeah.
Now they tried to paint a picture of lucecannon, you know, crashing out in the courtroom. I haven't heard anything from his wife. She haven't posted any videos yet, giving detail on what happened in court. But she definitely defended her husband in one of the shorts that she did today and said, "My husband is not a snitch. If he was a snitch, he would be out today." Man, it's a cold game how they play with you, man, once they get you in there. Like J.O. Felony had a song that said it's easy to get in, but it's hard to get out.
Can we say that one more time?
Man, they got you, man. They ain't trying to let you go.
Can we say that one more time? It's easy to get in, it's hard to get out. But once you get out, you're supposed to change your life for the better. You're supposed to fix your world. You're supposed to like know that, hey, man, I don't want to go back to that shit, bro. I don't. I ain't trying to hear that. That ain't where I want to be. You know what I like to do? Get up in the middle of the night and get a Pepsi. Get up in the middle of the night and grab a snack cake. Right? Can't do that in the joint. You know what I like to do? I like to leave my Taco Bell wrapper on my table for longer than 6 hours. Can't do that in the joint.
This is my theory, what I think. I think that they're going to keep on playing around with these dudes, keep on denying their bail, keep them in there as long as they could, because like I always been saying through this whole little thing, they got the main person that they want. They got the main person that they want. And they say, you know what? These guys had already gave up detail and intel on the internet, whether it was for play or whether it's for real.
Thank you, Lucky Strike, for the $10 drop. I appreciate these words. She said, this live is fire, real content, fresh of breath air. Thank you. Well, thank you, man. I appreciate you appreciating it.
Right now, 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 right now.
Hey, and shout out to the other new sub we got. I won't say. I mean, it's your channel, but, you know, shout out to you. Thank you for all the subs, man.
And we can get them to say some of the stuff that they said in court. Who the judge gonna believe, them or who they really want? Now, this is another thing. They also said on the internet.
What up, Trey? What up? What up, DMW?
Some of the clips that have been dropping online was content. And this is what I mean by content. Whether we on here talking about our personal business, real business, making up business, them people is using every single thing. And these are some of the clips.
I told you, the feds are watching. And what you say and do will be used against you in the court of law. Here's the thing, man. You can come up here and lie all you want. You can come up here and make up 1,000 stories. You can say you have kill squads in the streets, but you ain't murdering nothing. There's no actual kill squads in the streets, right? But the moment you're breaking the law, and then there's an investigation about what you did, and then you come on a podcast and then talk all about what you did, they can tie them two together. You're caught. What are you not getting? You're caught, bro.
that they using in the transcripts, which we seen on briccbaby's paperwork earlier. So let's get to this content right here. This is a video, and this is one of the ones that they use in briccbaby case. This is briccbaby going back and forth, him and lucecannon, which is a cold game because now they didn't put all the issues to the side, but because of these recordings, they using this when they was in the heat of the moment. That's why you can't get caught up in nobody's trickery, nobody's
got it, dude. You see what he's saying right there? Don't be going back and forth with these dudes up here on the internet. Don't be doing that.
Plays when they trying to bait you in for engagement to getting, go back and forth with war with them so they could get views, and then later on you get caught up in the situation. So let's check out this video from these two guys, man. Cold game. Let's go.
Really need
just
to do?
Imagine what would really suck though. Can I get in just real quick?
Sure, yeah.
So lucecannon, you try to get everybody out the building. Just imagine have to sit across from him every Tuesday.
You don't think Luce is a good podcaster?
Luce sucks. Luce, like,
he's funny though, bro.
But bro,
he is funny. I'm evil. I want to see people die. I want to see bodies
you
drop.
Ain't never killed shit. It's you from IE somewhere, man. Let's be real. You did not grow up in a set. You didn't do none of that, and you are living off of.
This is what Bricc made his mistake at. Bricc made his mistake trying to impress everybody that's sitting in front of his microphone. Now, y'all see the relationship that they have right now. They cool. They on good terms. But why would you do this? Who was you doing this for? Was you doing it for the people, or was you doing it to be bigger than what you proclaim to be? This is sad work, y'all. I hope y'all listening, and I hope y'all learning.
He gets an allowance from his. You're not even breaking on that. Like, dude, you can never tell me nothing. You're big and you're is made.
Oh,
you get what I'm saying? Like, wow. Makes all the calls. Do you hear the podcast? She was an academic telling them, no, that's not what it. Like, man, what the fuck up?
I didn't see. But you was just on here giving her props, her respect, and you was calling her sis a couple of days ago. This is the same behavior that they using on him as going at it with his wife, his baby mother, in the allegations that they got against him in these transcripts.
I never heard a nigga.
I didn't see that episode. Is that a good one?
I just seen a clip, and she was she was in that motherfucker. Like, no, it was there. Like, man, I'm on the podcast. So shut the fuck up.
I'm not gonna lie to you. Made and a made is insane.
Yeah,
you've been hanging out with him too much.
That's bars.
Switchblade.
So he turned into a babe.
And that's how a bitch is made.
Ooh, look at the trickery on these podcasts.
Man, dude.
This is part of the game. Everybody else don't care. These two dudes ain't breaking no law. Y'all can't blame them. Do not get on here and blame them. We did enough of that. You got to blame him. This guy right here, the black guy. He's the one that's on there feeding everybody what they want to hear. This is what got him twisted.
Oh man, put him on the switchblade.
Yo, but I gotta say though that so I was supposed to interview Luce on Tuesday. Like it was supposed to be like way early in the day, like significantly before this, so that we would have time to clear the premises and make sure there was not any overlap between the brick man and the Luce guy.
But they not like us.
Okay, but he showed up like 30 deep. To be totally fair,
no 60s.
I don't know where these guys came from. I don't know who most of them were, but that was a little bit of a thing.
There's a lot of people.
You got a new bodyguard.
It made a little bit of a scene. So I had to kind of shut it down on Tuesday, and we had to run it back the next day. We did get it done, so I was happy about that. But yeah, definitely he tried to pull
next time, because I know he's gonna be a routiner. Ask him who was involved with his put on. Can he give us any names from his put on? Can he give us what block he got put on?
Why do that matter on the podcast?
Oh, ooh. Huh? Like, what does it matter?
This podcasting one-on-one right now on what you YNs better not do. You better not do this if your ass is in the streets. And it's not nobody business who put you on from y'all set.
Let's get to the bottom of it.
You want me to call
How
him
are
now?
you- Yes.
Oh God.
That's a clip
Yes.
for that ass.
Yes.
That's a
Let's
clip for
be
that
real.
ass.
We gotta find out.
Who
we gotta
put
find
you
out.
on? What year was this?
Inquiring minds want
Just want to know.
This is crazy. I can't believe I'm doing this. Okay.
Gangster origin stories.
Because I've never seen him at Hyde Park at a meet. I've never seen you at 54th Street.
Pretty sure
I've
you got
never
an
seen you at
Android.
Horace Man at no meet.
Adam, what's up?
Hey, Luce Cannon, I'm here live on the No Drama Show with briccbaby and Lush. briccbaby is requesting some information regarding your put on.
Hey, can you give us like at least 2 names from your put on and what block? I ain't never seen you at no meeting at Hyde Park, Horace Man, or at 54th. When did you get put on?
Baby, when did
you get put on? I got put on in 2002.
Yeah,
I got put out in 2002, nigga, on Eileen Street at June House. Nigga, you know what's up, nigga. Yeah, dead homie. So when you get put on?
No, you haven't, bro. You've been in
Man, cuz nigga, Hillbilly was a part of my put on, nigga. Killer Dave was a part of my put on, nigga. Oh, the dead homies. My first name was Baby Wild.
There you go there.
Ooh.
There you go there. Now he's admitting they already know he's a gang member.
Snitching at its
But now they got
finest,
more
bro.
evidence that this is your put on, the guys that put you on. Emotions, these them emotions. All this for what? Internet fame. And you could best believe he's trying to get back out here to this microphone.
Bill, nigga, on the dead homies at Izzy turned East Coast. That was the third nigga I squabbled. Who did you squabble, gang?
Nigga, I squabbled everybody.
Who? You didn't squabble everybody, ass nigga. How? You would have went home up.
Shut your buster ass
up. You didn't get put on. Hey, shut your ass up. How you come up here with 30 niggas? None of them was from 60s, nigga.
Your ass, hoe ass nigga.
Hey, how many of them niggas was from 60s, though?
You ain't like that, nigga.
I'm hood.
X.
Shut up, bitch. You
Playing fucking
Man,
tic-tac-toe.
this
with
video
these
get more intense.
connecting the dots, tic-tac-toe, fucking Connect 4. Sitting around playing computer games, watching these fucking idiots just tell on themselves, bro. This is the most dumbest shit. And we don't think about that. Let me just say this. I wasn't thinking about none of that until the indictment came down and all this paperwork starts dropping, bro. And it really, really has made me know that the feds are watching, bro.
Intense.
Cops
This
are
is
watching
one of the clippings
every bit of this
that they had in the transcripts that they was going to use against Bricc today to not let him get bond. Like I say, we haven't heard anything from him. We don't know what happened. Did he get bond? Who knows? Because it haven't hit the airwave yet. But for sure, Luce Cannon allegedly he got denied bail. This is the rumor that's going on the internet. Yeah, man, they're using all these clips, man. They're using these clips that these guys that went on the internet and put out. They're using everything that they said.
I agree.
And I believe that they said they used some of the recordings that's going on right now. But if it's play, what they said was none of this.
Putting out too much bullshit.
So if none of the
trying to muddy
recordings
the
was
waters.
true, then it shouldn't be nothing wrong with them putting out the content. If that's what they want to do, put out the content. It is what it is, man. Can't nobody tell nobody how to run a show on the internet. So if it ain't true, then it's not true. But if it is true, like admitting to getting put on from a game on a talk show, on the podcast, definitely going to use all that like they are doing. From the paperwork that we seen this morning, the transcripts, definitely they trying to keep briccbaby for sure. When the discovery come out and all this, once that discovery paper get out, you gonna know exactly who was working and who's telling. That discovery haven't came out yet, but once that discovery hit the internet, we
that's a fact,
know
dog.
who's running their mouth. But yeah, man, leave y'all comments and thoughts in the comment section. Did y'all know? Did y'all have any clue that Luce and Bricc was going to get denied bail? Well, just Luce. We haven't heard anything from briccbaby yet. Leave y'all comments in the comment section. And do y'all think they got action at this case? And also, if they don't have anything to get charged a long period of time, do y'all think they should just say, you know what? Tell my lawyer I want a deal. I'm pleading out to 5 years, whatever. Let me go ahead and knock that out and go ahead and
I'm
get
taking
about
5 off the top. What's up, Sarah? If they ever offer me 5, I'm taking 5 off the top. Any of them, I'm taking 5 straight up. Anything else than that, I don't think so. I'm going to trial. But I think Brick's talking. I think Bricc is talking. I think he's been talking. There's nothing anyone can tell me. Nothing. Oh man. Let me make sure this is real.
All rights to the contents posted on. Please refrain from.
That's great. That's great. Other dude.
Forward.
All right, hold on. I don't know what this is. I think this is Sharice Mills. Loose can explosive call with loose cannon and whack 100 speaking on briccbaby telling.
You know what I'm saying? Off that.
Let me turn this up for y'all.
And I'm gonna be real with you. It don't even matter what other dude. He ain't gonna never, bro. He might get out when he's 75. You know what I'm saying? They really got all you.
Hey, he got out and had a chance, bro. 1 second, y'all.
That's great. I bet he ain't trying to make you sign nothing.
Bro, I don't even want to say it. No better.
I'm gonna defend his son for it, even though he didn't defend mine. I'm gonna defend his son because his son don't deserve that shit.
But that's goofy. I don't even know why the rap nigga saying all that.
Yeah, that shit ain't cool, bro. That's fucked up. That's real fucked up.
Yeah, I don't even put it. Why do it when he go in here? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that ain't cool, bro. I don't like that shit because I know, look, you know, I've been knowing that man since he was a kid, bro. That ain't cool, bro.
Definitely not.
All them niggas is running with it too. They running with that. Sharice, you ain't seen that shit?
No.
The nigga, listen, that shit. Look, this the narrative. Big U he killed the boy because him and his son that played it for the NFL was lovers.
What?
That's crazy. That's wild.
That shit is everywhere, Sharice. Watch when you Google it. When you Google it, it's everywhere.
What? Whack is no good in the hood? I've heard that.
The internet shit is wild as a motherfucker. Y'all go to the barn here in the mall, right?
Yeah. He went to court today.
And what they got? Who, Bricc?
No.
No. Bricc was.
I'm the nigga.
Yeah.
What he went to court for though? I know they gonna deny his shit.
I don't know. He was being secretive, and then me and him got into it this morning because he was saying, "Bricc signed this. You signed this." I'm like, "Cuz ain't signing nothing." Bricc,
what he tell you?
Yeah.
I can hear it. I can hear it.
Whack a liar.
Went up on him.
For sure, whack a lie.
He's just telling nigga. Only reason why he hot is because of him.
Yeah, he said, "I'll be the neighborhood hero." Boy, stop
What
playing.
you doing, baby?
And they was going back and forth.
I mean, bro. Listen, bro. even if they give that nigga a dub, he don't get out till he's 75, my nigga.
You ain't
Yeah,
making
they moved Big U to another floor, and they were trying to move briccbaby to that floor, and briccbaby declined apparently. And he's like, "You gonna have to put me in a hole. I ain't moving." Like it's like if they're trying to set him up or something.
What? It's getting scared. They both telling.
Briccbaby. He told me that when he was on the phone.
I think Luce and Bricc telling. Honestly, I think they're both gonna tell.
Oh, he did?
Mm-hmm. They were trying to move him.
Yeah, I think that was a while ago.
Oh, that was a while ago? I didn't know when it was.
See?
But still, it doesn't matter when it is. They're trying to move him
They running plays, man.
to see what he would do.
And, you know, he's by himself. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So he's still, but Big U still on your floor then, right?
Yeah, he on the floor. He on the same thing. Same level, same everything.
They tell me that, you know, the DJ nigga tell us that, old boy's son called him and said his dad keeps stressing him out, trying to get him to pay for an attorney.
Yeah, pay for another one. He already got, I think, like 3.
Yeah, 3. What you mean?
So you heard Big U fought Bricc and Luce? Not with them, but fought them?
What do you need a number for?
I don't know.
I hear he had David Chestnut in Vegas.
Your phone's about to cut off, honey.
But that's for the body.
Oh, he's gone. The time ran out. I was trying to warn you. It was at the 10-minute mark.
Wow, that was a very explosive phone call. Isn't that crazy, you guys? Big U, Luce Cannon, briccbaby, all in the same vicinity? I mean,
that's not nothing. Being on the same floor is nothing. Between 3 crews? Yeah, Wax still fucking Wax something too.
Believe it. I know I'm just as, flabbergasted as all of you guys that are hearing these conversations. It's like, why would they be put together? Whether it be for the whole time or part of the time, it just doesn't make any sense,
It's
right?
probably the charges of the crime have them on the same floor or some shit.
To me, it's just like, this gotta be a setup. This gotta be like, they must be bugging the spots out. Of course, Cannon knows, okay, don't trust anything up in there. But still, it's just crazy that they would do that. I don't know if they wanted them to fight. I don't know if they were expecting them to turn on each other or, talk about things. But one thing's for certain and 2 things for sure.
I agree.
They actually
I don't
fought
trust Wack at all.
together when the other side was messing with them, which is kind of strange, right? But, I don't understand street politics. I learn something new every day. And I see y'all comments talking about, sometimes you got to put aside your feelings and the things you're going through when it comes to politics inside there, and you got to fight alongside your enemy to, handle the other enemies. So I kind of get that now. But initially I was just like, what the heck? I'm sure a lot of y'all who don't understand it too, who's listening to this, is saying the same thing I'm saying. It's just like, wow, mind blowing for sure. And then, sometimes it takes things like this to bring people together, because it's just like, we are all you got, you're all you got. And when the street is against you, when the world is against you, it's like, where do you turn to? And I feel like that's what our brothers are going through right now. I'm sure that's what my husband is going through right now. It's just, what do you do? It's like the unknown, It's like, Who knows who you can trust? Who knows what's going on? Who knows what's the fate of it all? And these gentlemen now have court dates coming up for bond hearing, and we're like, I pray to God they get out and is able to fight this alongside their families, because it's not nice. It's not easy up in there. It really isn't. And for all you guys are saying that they deserve it, nobody deserves it. It's not okay. I wouldn't wish this upon anybody, no matter what they've done to you. And I really want you guys to see
Luce and
that
Bricc working
and
together.
to take that position.
I think so too.
It's not always
I think so too.
all fun and games when it comes to real life stuff like this. And I know I see a lot of y'all talking about, why are you guys releasing these phone calls and why are you guys doing all of this and that and the third? It's already pre-recorded, y'all. They already got the calls. They want their voices to be heard and their sides to be heard. I'm just a messenger. This is what they want. You can't kill the messenger. You know what I'm saying? You can't go after me when this is what they want. They want their stories to be told. They want the world to know what they're going through and what's going on in real time. I understand everyone has their opinions and their feelings towards this, but this is not your decision to make. This is not my decision to make. They are grown men that are making these decisions on their own. And all I can
Very
do
true.
is stand beside my husband and ride or die for him. And best believe that's what I'm going to do. I'm a ride. Until next time, guys, make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. And turn on your post notifications, because tomorrow
That's wild, bro. That's wild. Bricc, old lady, probably happy she couldn't get a break. Yeah, that's what I was thinking when I heard that last night. I was like, man, I bet this woman's happy, bro. Hey, shout out to Virgo. What's up, baby? Thank you. You gifting and gifting? I appreciate you for gifting.
Right now, 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 right now.
Money! Yeah, baby, yeah!
They be balling? Yeah. Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. I heard him say that she was getting dicked down by blood. But do you think that's right for him to do you think that's right for him to beat on her? Why not just get rid of the hoe? Just get rid of the bitch.
I have not put out my response yet on my husband's
Hold on. She has not put out her response yet. Let's bring her in, man.
detention hearing. But I am not okay with y'all going around spinning the narrative that my husband is a snitch. If he was a snitch, he'd be out today. Stop with the nonsense. Stop with the nonsense. His attorney said the arrest record is invalid. Some of those things belong to his brother. Cannon never snitched on nobody. It's called facts. It's called facts. All right? It's called, they made a error combining two people's record in one. That's what happens when you got a twin brother. Y'all need to get your facts straight and stop reporting lies
Ooh.
on the dead homies. I have not put out my response yet on my husband.
Ooh. Oh, I know. They're all like industry people. Every one of them are industry people. Every fucking one of them. Let's see what this dummy's got to say.
Man. Luce Cannon went to court today. I'm just enjoying a American hot dog with barbecue sauce. Anyway, let's go to it. Luce Cannon had his bail hearing today. He was denied bail. So, Luce Cannon come out, all facial hair, all white. He must have been dyeing his beard. No hair on top of his head. Which I already knew this because I know his twin brother. He's 42 years old. But 42 years old, don't mean you don't look like that. I'm 41. I still got my hair. I'm not gonna be all gray by next year.
But you probably dye your shit too. You're out on the streets, dumbass. That made no logic.
Whatever.
That wasn't even logical, bro. You just was like, oh man, been in prison, jail for a month. He's gray coming in. What happens if you go to jail for a month? 600. This dude is a fucking whole goofy.
He looked bad. He looked stressed out. Eddie Boy in the courtroom. Eddie Boy by himself. Luce Cannon come in his spot and look like ghost, like, man, what the fuck? Eddie Boy doing it here? I don't fuck with cuz. Oh, neighborhood crib. Eddie Boy just sitting there. Ain't paying dude no mind.
Oh, so I bet he is. I bet he'll tell something.
It's only.
He's more of a. He's more. He's,
well, I guess they're not
more than a reporter. That's fucking sure.
Some other girl. She was with Eddie Boy. Nobody in the courtroom. So now let's get into what's going on. The prosecutor is giving him his charges, previous crimes, or to deny his bail. Do you know what snitching he said in court? I didn't do those cases I went to jail for. My brother did those crimes.
It's not snitching,
you
though.
Snitching on your brother, snitching on your brother, nigga. You went to jail for him, bro.
It's not snitching.
We're like, damn. Then he say, Eddie Boy here trying to get some content. When he said that, the police came over to Eddie Boy and asked him, is he recording? He sent the police on him. He crashed out over there, man. He was mad. He was like, man, I wish I could record and told you what they doing, man. Oh, they used, and they brought up that no jumper fight.
Very dumb.
He's in trouble. They use all that online stuff he been doing, bro. They using that. They don't want to let him out because he's saying he's an enforcer. And what he do, talking about people's family. They also asked Eddie Boy, would Eddie Boy like to press charges on Luce Cannon for talking about his family? Eddie Boy said, no, I don't need to. And then they said he's lying, causing confusion about violence, lying about fights in the jail. And there was never no fight, which we knew that, but I wasn't going to speak on it because I didn't technically have the proof. But now when the prosecutors say it, you're lying, it was no fights. Now we can talk about it. So, Luce Cannon is just known to be a liar, bro. You feel me? He's not no rolling 60. Never was, never will be, right? It was never no video of him FaceTiming Big. A lot of y'all heard of Luce, dude. That's the first time I ever met dude in my life when he said he had that. That's the first time I met dude. And he a year older than me. He ain't never went to school with us. He ain't never played football with us. He ain't never been around with us, hung on the block. I've never seen dude before in my life. And I've been around him for all my life. I ain't been to the pen and been gone for years. I might have went to college for a semester, came back. But I've lived, all my addresses been in the 60s. I had one of them in Inglewood, but most of them, all 9 of my address been in the 60s, bro. So I don't know, dude. You know what I'm saying? And he's just known to be a liar. All that stuff he's saying, lying, bro. All that talking and don't even lying, bro. You know what's crazy? He lied and talked himself into an indictment. I guess one of those robberies that's in the indictment, somebody made a statement on him about the robbery. No footage, a long time ago, right? This dude went on there talking and corroborated a story, an incident.
That's what they're doing wrong, bro.
So, dude,
that's what the fuck they're doing wrong, bro. That's exactly what they're doing wrong. They're going on there and corroborating stories of things that happened that they didn't get to solve. Okay, so this thing's happened. Who did it? Who did it? Who did it? This dude on the podcast starts talking about it like a fucking idiot.
So let this be a message to somebody
You ought
out
to be
here who's
ashamed of
lying.
yourselves.
They're using all that stuff, bro. They're using all that stuff against him. And listen, they playing hardball. Like, no, denied. He's being remain detained. It's just crazy, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? That you can go in there and trying to prove yourself. You're not from 60s. You never got put on street. You don't have a name. You don't have no big homies. You're not off of no blocks. You're not off no side, nowhere. This is why we got different sides, because we so deep we can run a make on you. If you from the hills, okay, we're gonna call the hills. And who you from in the hills, bro? If you from BG, we're gonna call BG, like, you know what I'm saying? Or who you up under over there, bro? If you from the Avs, you know what I'm saying? Dime block, you know what I'm saying? Gutter, all that, bro. We're gonna call over there and see who you up under over here, bro. If you from Arlington Avenue, if you from AG, we're gonna call and see who you under, who you know over here.
Telling everything,
you
man.
From the fronts, we're gonna call the fronts and see who you from. You feel me? So he doesn't have no identity in our neighborhood, bro. You know what I'm saying? Nobody knowing. So you know what I'm saying? This is how we're gonna make on people. But so he on acting like he's from 60s and got himself caught up in the 60 Rico. You know what I'm saying? He's not from 60s, bro. You know what I'm saying? All that stuff is a lie. You feel me? I'm just a team player, you know what I'm saying? So that's why I never really like said anything about it. Y'all notice I never vouched for him. I can't vouch for nobody, bro, but I always try to, like, you know, stay away from it. Just like when he came and lied to everybody about that. The Big U FaceTime me. He snitched right there, right? Do you know, because he said Big U FaceTime me 30 minutes before Nip got killed and said that Nipsey was dead? That's the official dry snitch lie situation. That lie got the FBI questioning Big U about Nipsey's murder. Now, whether Big U has something to do it or not, we don't know. But that alone got the FBI looking into that, going to go subpoena.
It looks like a
letters and got the FBI all over that because of Luce Cannon. Just be quiet. You know what I'm saying? Like, why, like, who are you trying to prove it to, bro? You 42 years old, bro. You have no history with us, so you can never say, I was there. And like I said, a few of them stories he told, 1,000% lies. It came to a point to where I stopped telling him things because he likes to take those things, act like he know, act like he was there, and tell the story. A few things I've said to him, I purposely didn't give him all the details, and he went and told these stories, and they were fictional. So I never cleared him up and said, no, that's not what happened. That's not how it happened. That's not where it was at, because he had take that information and try and tell the story like he was there. All that, when Big U got into a Nipsey, I was there in the room. You weren't there. I've never seen you before. You weren't there. You're only going by bits and pieces that people have told you. All that stuff about the fight, you weren't there. I was there. I've never seen this dude before. You know what I'm saying? It's all lies. You know what I mean? So now the prosecutor told him he's a liar. He's lying about content online on these phones. So, you know, he's in a bad situation. He's in a bad situation. Y'all let me know what y'all think is going to happen next. I haven't took time to look at the, you know what's one thing so crazy? Everybody else's paperwork has been released to the public.
Brandy's looking better and she grew a beard.
Luce Cannons hasn't been released. So we really don't know what's going on. You feel me? You see?
Yeah, where's Luce's paperwork? I'm sure it's going to drop soon.
We're gonna do it. We're gonna say that for another video.
We're gonna stay on this, y'all, because there's gonna be some snitching going on.
The police guy doing some strange things for some change that he's tired of doing. He admitted to it. It's in his indictment. But we'll get to that next video. Make sure y'all like, share, and subscribe. I'm gonna see y'all soon.
That's a fact. All right, y'all. That's the end of that, man. What do y'all think? What do you guys think in the chat? I'm looking at the chat right now. I watch the chat quite frequently. That's what I do. Big U said 600 was on the scene of the arrest. He was. Like he was 12 when they came door knocking. Well, it looked like he showed up late. So like Citizen could have sent him there. You know what I mean? Like, who knows? I mean, I don't think 600 has as big of a part in this as he likes to play. Like he's done the stupid shit like go down to the police station and get a fucking necklace. They don't do that. And there was no cops in the video. I think 600's doing exactly what someone else said. He's just inserting himself in this and he's trying to get like a following. He did that with Crip Mac, remember? He inserted himself right in Crip Mac's fucking shit. Thought it was going to make him a name. He's playing it up for content. Yeah. I myself, I want to go off facts, truth, and nothing but that. We can have our own assumptions. We can have our own opinions. But like, I'm not going to insert myself into something because I think I'm a player in it. For real, like, it's not worth it. Hey, you guys have a beautiful evening, man. Afternoon. I'll see y'all here in a little while. I will be doing a night stream. Y'all are the best. Thank you to all the new subs. Thank you to the new members. I thank you so much for being here. Make sure you hit that like button on the way out. Smash the subscribe button. We shall see you for the night stream. Salute.
So I gon' come with safety. The only time I'm safe is when I'm dangerous. Posted in the 30 with this 30, trying to leave them brainless. We still in the jets, exactly where them boys say we ain't hanging. Put cheese on my head, I come collect that shit. You think I'm playing? Trouble hop out busting at it, brother. Miss you know I'm hitting. We got O's and Bo's in here, and we got wood cook in the kitchen. If I say go get them, they go get them. Young boy fingers itching, fingers squeezing on the trigger. They heard all them glitches. Money man, I run it up. If I fall off, I'm poking shit. Told that bitch quit asking questions, I hate all that notice shit. We send shots the whole year round, no ring around the road and shit. My little bro, he makes it vanish, he with hocus pocus shit. Chopper bust, they hit the ground, it's too many sticks around. We known to get greasy, pussy, don't you have your bitch around. Switch up on this bitch, I catch them deep, get a whole click around. Put us in the midst of shit that we ain't do, we spinning now. Bitch keep trying to tell me slide, think she trying to set the pick. Other hoes been tripping, texting my bitch on that messy shit. Left a bro out there with his brains out, yeah, that's that messy shit. Bought another Glock, let's catch an op so I can test.